immediately. So welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining. We are playing Manhunt. We are playing GTA 5, as you can see, and at some point, I've had my tyre shot out, haven't I? My car has appeared. It has now completely stopped working. However, yes, we are playing GTA 5, and we will fairly soon be starting a Manhunt run. Should we do a random prey run to start with? As a sort of, yes, I did have my tyre shot out. Thank you very much for that. So we'll spin the wheel of misfortune and see who comes up with the is the lucky person. Wow, you actually managed to get 3 of my tyres. That's actually quite impressive.
How did I get 3 of them?
I don't know. Well, 3 of them. I've got sparks coming from both rear and front left. So
Weren't you nose towards the wall?
I was
I have
up
no idea how I got the
side
front
onto
right.
the wall. I don't know how you got the rear right actually from what I remember where I
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
But oh well, you seem to have done so, and I'm leaving massive scrapes down the side of the storm drain.
There you go. You're not anymore.
Hooray! I shall. Well, I suppose if I might not be. Do we know who's prey before we actually start, or should I be choosing a subtle character model?
You should probably choose a subtle character.
Okay, I shall stop being tennis girl then, because she kind of sticks out.
So everyone or just Laurence?
The prey could be anyone.
Okay, right. That's worth knowing. Thank you.
My controller's vibrating constantly because it's done the thing where where my car disappeared. It was bumping over something. So I want to start fairly soon because this is quite bizarre, a weird feeling. Also, I can't jump. X is jump, isn't it? Oh no, now he'll jump. Why wouldn't he jump before? I don't know.
I think you have to be moving.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Tristan, while Laurence is doing something else, could you give me the keyword shortcuts for the actions? The hunter actions? Oh, the prey, I mean.
It's all in the context menu, I believe.
Yeah.
So X on the controller, or so it's horn or jump.
To take a checkpoint.
Take a checkpoint. So you obviously want to do the one that doesn't do something else. Just so I think it's E or space on the keyboard, or X or handbrake on the controller.
Is it not left thumbstick pressed down? It's horn, usually.
That is horn.
So if you're on foot,
I think handbrake on the controller does it. So maybe it's handbrake or jump or something. I can't remember.
Jump on something. Take your pick.
We're organised.
X on the controller, E on the keyboard if you're walking.
Okay, and circle disable?
It's in the menu, so you have to bring up the context
press
menu.
F5 or press and hold select.
And then abilities, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So prey can disable vehicle and restrict hunter vehicles. And the blowing people up is in there as well, and so is spawning people to get in your car.
Okay.
Right.
And as a warning for anyone who decides they want to be cryptic and not announce that they're prey, if you don't, I will have to look at the log, and therefore we'll know where checkpoints are. So you can treat that as an incentive to announce it.
Hopefully we'll notice because somebody will disappear out of chat as well. So.
My point is if they decide not to.
Oh, I see.
It's not me.
Not me. Oh no, it is me. Sorry, it is me.
Oh.
Right, we'll get rid of Laurence.
Are you sure? Because I think it's me.
Because I know. I know I've got auto color, but it's telling me where the checkpoint is. So maybe the checkpoints aren't anonymized.
The checkpoints aren't anonymized.
It was not me or Mark.
Hang on.
I'm pretty sure it's me.
Because you spawned in a pink Voltic, didn't you?
Correct.
Okay, yes, I didn't get that, but it did tell me. It tells
so
me.
we have checkpoint locations. Just so you're aware, but.
Should we make it hard for Pete, or should we give him a chance and start again? Oh, actually, we can't give him a chance because if we start again, it'll probably be someone else.
Yeah.
You can start it as Pete.
That's true. We could just start it as Pete.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that.
And clear vehicles, because otherwise there's double pink Baltic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Good luck to everyone involved.
Oh yes, I missed out a tick box.
Ooh. A charcuterie board appeared.
Ooh.
I'm assuming we have not started yet, because I still have the same checkpoints.
Correct.
No,
Those haven't disappeared.
It's-
Okay.
Punt.
Something got upset.
I noticed the checkpoints are now street intersection names as
Yes.
opposed to the original names. Is that because it's now choosing them completely randomly? Hello, Mark.
Yes, they can be anywhere.
Ooh, that's going to be quite
Virtually.
exciting. Ow! Car didn't stop.
Like, goodbye, Pete.
I don't really want this car, but since it ran into me, I think I feel like I need to at least pull the person out of it as a punishment. There we go.
I chose the same strategy to get a car.
Getting hit by it.
Yeah.
Did you at least get a better car than this?
No, I
M1?
think it's actually the exact same model.
Dear. Yeah, I shall be exchanging this as soon as reasonably practical.
I got a Fusillade, so I don't know if I want to exchange it or not.
As a Sultan.
I am in the Fusillade as well.
Yeah, there might be some splodes happening soon then. Okay, I'm going to go for the
looking
wildcard.
for
I'm going to take a
taxis,
truck.
actually.
I am
So-
over by docks though, so I feel
Okay, so
like
it's sort of
deserve
excusable
a
because it's going
Fusillade.
to you need the time to get over here.
Yeah.
Bonk, crunch.
I've been in the area. He probably has seen me drive around. I saw a lot of traffic at the Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, we're in circle
and
mode. Okay.
That's where the circle is as well. So I didn't cause it because I came driving.
You slowed down a
So
lot.
probably that number.
The circle suddenly got bigger.
It's in static too, which I think I said.
I don't know. I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm afraid.
So rude.
Right. So now we demonstrate how bad I am at playing Hunter. But I shall drive
That's
around,
not
look for
true.
something suspicious, and then just try and get in the way because I've got a massive truck.
That's an oracle.
Yes, it's Pete, not me. So. Ooh. Oh, it's just
Oh.
exploding. Not a checkpoint being taken.
No, that was
Yeah.
very fortunate of me. I just got out and heard the explosion.
Oh, it was Pete triggering.
Firefox.
It was a Pete triggering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that you, Max?
That is me. I want a taxi. Hey, I got a taxi. I'm happy.
Oh, I meant the other
Thank you.
taxi. Because the other taxi was driving like a lunatic. But okay.
That no, I wasn't. I was on foot actually there.
Oh, you do realise if you're in a taxi, you're gonna get blown up quite soon, don't you?
You're gonna blow up soon as well.
Service is not
Laurence.
blowing up.
No, that seems to be okay. I'm not actually on fire.
On my screen you are.
Hey,
I
Laurence,
am rattling,
remember service was allowed.
Ah!
Ah,
Are you kidding me?
you just
Laurence,
you ran me
service
over.
was the one vehicle that is allowed. You remembered it, right?
I don't remember that. But oh yes, because I tried to blow you up and you. No, it was a. Oh, I don't remember.
You did try to blow me up, and it didn't work
Okay,
because it's a service vehicle. It's buses and taxis.
okay. Wait, this is a Sultan. I'm in trouble. Oh well. It'll be useful for getting me back to the play area, having been horribly and brutally murdered by Mark.
Yeah, sure.
Such violence. Anyone would think we're playing a drivey shooty game or something. Oh well. Hopefully Pete's enjoying all of the shenaniganry of everybody getting blown up and run over and retributed.
Southwest. Jump.
He's moving. Oh no, he's moving quite slowly.
He was moving pretty fast at first.
Hmm,
Traffic at 5 ways.
okay, I'm approaching
Not
that.
too much actually. No, not too much.
I'm just to the south of that. I'm gonna change.
Oh, a lot of traffic at the horse statue. Like a lot.
I'm changing cars because I don't want to get blown up. What are you? Oh, you're an Oracle. I'm going to risk an Oracle, I think, in the hope that Pete has already used. Don't run me over again. I know you. I know your shenaniganery.
I'm following one that's fleeing, but from how it's driving, I suspect it's fleeing because of gunshots rather than
Ah, okay.
being.
Mark, right in front of us. This row. all of these cars in front
no,
of me.
he's jumped.
Oh,
Circle
no.
jumps miles.
I see a Michael character. Is that one of us?
Yeah, I think that was me.
Yes.
I'm still struggling with my settings.
F7 to change character model.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like my display settings and stuff was
Okay.
doing everything weird for me.
You can have your map open.
This car stopped very
I
weirdly.
lost my text.
No.
Actually, I know where
voices.
my text is.
Bonk.
I assume that's you, Lawrence, heading past.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, big jump. Someone's echoing as well. That was Max. Max, you're echoing. Down
Ooh.
Beachway.
It's on the highway, I assume.
Geronimo. Bonk. I
I
don't know.
landed
No,
on
I
top
think
of a car and went over the wall.
he's beyond the high. He's not on the highway. I think he's down. He actually is down in the beach, right? Oh, maybe not actually.
It could be on the highway.
Could be. Following the highway, looking out for suspiciousness. Although he's slowed down again a bit because the circle's grown. Oh, I think I found him. He's in a white, sporty-ish thing. I think it's a sports car. Going back through the tunnel towards the beach end. Going through whatever he's in. He's a bit faster than an Oracle, which is probably not surprising. Just coming out the tunnel now.
Heading north.
Yep, I see him.
Yes, north. Well, he was. Did he go that way down? Oh, he's going straight.
He's carried on. Carried straight
Oh, I
on.
see him. He's
Doing
turning
a
around. He's
U-turn.
coming back towards you, Tristan. It's a Fusillade.
Yep. 2 people in there. Grey top. That's
It's going onto the
Onto the
beach.
Spots are unlocked.
Yep.
Sorry.
sorry.
Woo.
Oh,
Thanks.
there you go.
About to go under the pier. He's headed under the pier. Oh no, he crashed on the way under the pier. So I'm catching up with him. He's on the beach, heading down the actual beach route. He's turned the circle off, as we can all see, and he's got crashed in the gym area. Going back up past the to the top of the beach. Tristan, towards you.
Yep.
He
He's
crashed.
rolling.
Ooh, spectacular crash. Ow, that's a wall. Hooray,
And I
well
got
done
him.
there. Lovely. Checkpoint taken. Oh yeah, I forgot everyone then gets excessively homicidal at the end of a game.
That was quick.
It wasn't that quick. I don't think you didn't get any checkpoints, but you lasted a reasonable amount of time. I've certainly had much shorter runs.
I did a very stupid U-turn, I think in front of Tristan.
I knew which car was you anyway.
Oh, you did? Okay,
because
fine.
Lawrence saw you coming out of that tunnel.
Yeah, I saw
and
you
I was.
driving suspiciously at the south end of the tunnel. I think did you turn round at the south end of the tunnel and went back through it north again?
Yes.
I think. Yeah, I spotted you do that, and then I chased you through the tunnel, but I was in an Oracle, so I was struggling to keep up.
I expected the circle to be in the middle of the road, and it was very much on one lane of the highway.
Oh, the checkpoint.
But that's what I meant,
Oh,
so
I
the checkpoint.
see.
So that's why I had to
Right.
U-turn, because I was on the wrong side of the highway for it.
Ah, interesting. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to trying these random checkpoint things.
You were trying them last week, 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't. It was giving the same sort of location descriptions, but it was giving the old traditional checkpoint positions.
Was it? Okay. It shouldn't be.
Pretty sure. I noticed the
Like-
descriptions being different, but I ended up taking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ended up taking several normal checkpoints.
I don't remember. Should we
In
do another
terms
random?
of connection, did anyone experience any bad lag on my part?
No.
So
Awesome.
I didn't notice any, but I wasn't enormously close to you for a lot of it. But no, it seemed fine for me as well.
Your
Awesome.
car was fine. I did notice some cars that were slightly laggy, but that wasn't necessarily you. So
Might have been Max, so we don't. Yeah.
Okay, that's good news. So hopefully the internet will hold up.
Right, fingers crossed.
The slight downside I have, apparently my I don't know why, but my computer will only connect to my phone's hotspot if it's through USB. It won't do a Wi-Fi tether. I don't know why. However, it
It
appears
does have
to
Wi-Fi,
be
doesn't it?
yes.
All things, you know.
But yeah, it
Checking.
appears that the tethering drains the battery faster than the computer can charge my phone.
Oh,
So
Yes,
it's
that's
slowly
what-
going down.
Yeah, that's what happened when I was playing Factorio with you guys in the office.
Right.
I was muted, but I was going to
Another
say
full
that,
random
Laurence, you
go
found the
on.
checkpoints in the hills last run,
Yes. But
and no lag on my part. And I'm at better internet, like my host now has proper internet.
okay, cool. Right, you should be all right then. I mean, it was last time you were quite laggy, Max.
Yeah.
This time
Plus,
maybe.
I was at a different
Nope.
Nice one. As Mike would say, don't worry, nobody saw that. It's not like I'm streaming or anything. Okay, right. Actually, no. Can I have a run now, please? I'll get some. Try and get a good run in before I fall asleep.
Lawrence uses
Okay,
the It's My
uh,
Channel trump card.
Yes, that's the one.
Laurence, are we that boring? Really? That was the same.
Yeah, I'm just desperate to not talk to you guys. Oh, I should. Oh.
I'm starting my recording now.
Okay. Oh well. It'd been not.
It's a bit late, but yeah.
Do you want to restart the game then, please, Tristan? Because then we'll get the game tag thing on his video as well. Because that's the way I tend to line it up these days, by the game number tag.
Oh, I forgot to ask, who did I try to run over at the beginning of my run? No takers? There was definitely a hunter.
Mark ran me over, but I don't. And
Max, can you stop putting stuff in chat, please?
Sorry.
Because it appears on screen, and that isn't helpful for videos.
I've completely turned I've completely turned chat off because of that reason, so I don't see
So
it
have I.
anyway.
How do I change character again?
F7.
F7.
One of the interesting things about this whole sort of you get teleported when a game starts is I can just put myself in a ridiculous place like climbing a building, and it kind of doesn't matter because I'll be dumped somewhere else anyway. Oh, that's too good. Every place is full of Mustangs. What's going on? Just Mustangs everywhere. Could take an Oracle, but I feel like if I'm going to take a sports car, or a coupe, I should take a slightly better one. Same with that. Same with the Futo and sports cars. Oh, let's drive off into. Right, so I'm yeah. All right, fine. I'll take an Oracle. Need to have something other than the pink Futo, pink Voltic. Hello everybody and welcome to Laurence Plays, and now we're things are settled down a little bit, we're back to normal and we are playing Manhunt Checkpoint, and that means I get to be the prey and I'm going to wander around the city and try and pick up the 5 checkpoints. As is traditional, the hunters will be trying to stop me, and if they manage to shoot me then they win, and if I manage to get all the checkpoints then I win. And the first checkpoint is down at the airport by the looks of it. I'm not quite sure exactly where, but it says Los Santos International Airport as one of the 2 roads. Because we've introduced a new system for creating checkpoints. Rather than having a list of about 20-25 of them that we've sort of pre-created ourselves, we now have the game pick a point on a map and then set the closest road as the checkpoint. So it'll pick a completely random point somewhere inside the city area, And then, as I say, the nearest bit of road will be set up as a checkpoint. So this means we'll have a much wider variety of checkpoints available to us, and it should make things a little bit more interesting, because it's getting a little bit... We're getting a bit used to all the checkpoints that we're getting, so hopefully this is going to make things a lot more interesting. So we shall see how that goes. Now, I've picked up an oracle, which is possibly slightly unwise, because it means that it's unlocked coupes for all of the hunters, and the oracle is not the best of the coupes. However, they don't know that I've done this, so they might well be... Cornelius has just blown himself up, well, or killed himself. Well done there. So they don't know that I'm using an oracle yet, because they haven't seen me in it. But at some point they probably will, and then they'll risk using these vehicles themselves, and it'll make things a little bit harder. So at the moment, I'm, as I say, trying to get down to the airport. What's the best way I think the best way to do that is to come off here at this junction, and then go across and turn right onto the highway. So I'm going to be doing a bit of a highway run this time, and I think that's probably quite a good way to... Well, the airport is a long way, so taking the highway makes a lot of sense. The hunters have got a circle on the map that they can use to help them track me, and that circle, it's basically the size of the blip, of the number that keeps appearing in the bottom left corner of my screen. So that tells me how big the circle is at the moment. Except that the circle is then made a bit small. The faster I go, the smaller the circle gets, but it also shrinks over time as well. So it's in my interest to try and do things reasonably quickly and try and not sort of go off for a long drive to the other end of the city or the other end of the island or anything like that. So, let's see, what are we doing? So at the moment, I'm, as I say, trying to get down to take all the checkpoints, heading down south. I've just realised I've covered chat up when I moved myself out into a different channel, so the hunters couldn't hear me. So I'll have to stop in a moment and sort that one out. But I hope you'll sort of bear with me for a moment while I just continue driving at the moment, because if I stop on the highway, it's going to be rather obvious. But at some point, I'm sure I'll get to a red light and I'll be able to switch it over then. So sorry about that. if for everyone who's saying stuff and I'm just completely ignoring you. But I'll get back to that in a moment. So there's the arena up ahead of me. That means I'm quite a long way down across the city. I'm not that far from the airport now, so sooner or later I'll need to come off this highway, I think, because this highway, as I remember, yeah, the highway will eventually just loop round and go over that massive bridge you can see there. And if I end up on the bridge, then I'm never going to get to the airport, and I'm just going to be doomed. So need to do a bit of a lane change, sneaky lane change here, and then another one, and just hope there's no hunters behind watching that, because that will have looked a bit suspicious. So come down here, traffic lights, but no, they're still green, so I can turn left here behind this Mustang. And I want this lane here. Oh, I've got green again. So now I have to drop down into the airport. This is not ideal, because going into the airport is dangerous. Now, it's not quite as bad as it was before because of the new system where that selects the checkpoints. It's not as dangerous as it used to be because the checkpoints could be anywhere. So they don't know at this point. They won't know that I'm going to airport loop like they would have done before. I could be going absolutely anywhere inside the airport. And in fact, you can see on the map there that it's just on the top end of the loop. So if I come down this ramp here, no, it's not going to quite get me in the right place. Oh, I should have stayed on the top level, actually. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Right, so I'm going to need to... Yeah, I'm going to go around the airport loop, because I'm trying to sort of vaguely obey the traffic laws at the moment. Which is not ideal. Traffic laws are generally not ideal. Max has come to investigate, which is a bit mean. I think he's probably going to be very, very suspicious of me now. Yeah, we've got multiple hunters. That's not good. I'm not quite sure what gave me away, but somehow they seem to have worked out that this is me, and that means I need to not be here. Now we have... Can I make it? No, not a chance. Messed that jump up completely. A to duck, isn't it? Yeah, like that. Let Max drive into the wall there. Okay, whoa, having a slide. Have I lost a tyre, or was that just that I overcooked the corn? Ooh, that's got me pointed in a direction. Ah. I'm getting shot at. This is not good. Oh dear. I said the airport was a bad place to be. There's the checkpoint there. You see, we've spotted the checkpoint now, which is nice. Come on, get on the right way up. Duck, duck, duck. Oh, damn it. Oh, I hate the airport. I hate the airport.
Did he just take the checkpoint? No, he didn't.
No, ending the game counts as a checkpoint being taken for technical reasons.
Yeah.
Reasons.
Which meant the tugboat fell on Pete's dead head.
Good. That's a good place to put a tugboat.
You were very unlucky with how the circle went there, because the circle jumped from Spaghetti into airport, and it was just on the edges, and then you're only on one place, and that's the highway. With the speed that you were going at.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, I was saying, oh dear, it's airport, that's going to be dangerous, and it turns out it was. Who knew? And I was in an Oracle, which is not the best choice of cars, but I was a bit I was unfortunately rather limited on what was available. It was basically either Oracles or Mustangs, and I thought, well, I don't want to go. Actually, I should have gone with a Mustang. A muscle car would probably been a better shout there, but never mind.
You should have gone with a muscle car, because then I wouldn't have been so worried about you blowing me up.
Yeah, I should have blown you up as well, actually, but never
I
mind.
kept getting out to make it harder for you,
Right.
and shooting at you as well to, make it harder for you.
The others don't like muscle anyway. When I did my run last week, like 2 weeks ago, when we had the last stream, I did a run and I got a muscle car, and like, was it last week? No, it was the one before that I edited. That video's coming out soon. That one
came out on
everybody
Tuesday.
Said, oh, I hate
Came
muscle
out last
cars
week for
anyway.
anyone who's any channel supporters. Hint,
This
nudge,
Thursday?
nudge. No, last Thursday for channel supporters. But if you're not a supporter, you don't get to
Ah.
see it until next Thursday because you get them a week late. Oh, we seem to start another game, so I'm going to disappear.
Yes.
Bye bye.
I am.
Just Oracles and Oracles and Mustangs again. Oh, this'll do. It's parked, which is a shame because that means it ends up with a broken window, but it'll do. Like that, see? Hang on, is that? It's not. Oh, it is assault. Damn it! I didn't mean to get assaulted. Ah, fail. Fail at car identification. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Laurence Plays, where we're playing Manhunt Checkpoint, and that means I'm going to sneak around the city, trying to find the checkpoints. And we have some hunters. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hunters today. Yes, I can count, I promise. And they're going to be trying to stop me taking the checkpoints by shooting me in the head. We had a run earlier today where I got kind of mobbed in the airport, and things went rather badly for me. So this time I'm going to hopefully do a little bit better. And unfortunately, when I selected my vehicle, I ended up breaking the window and accidentally took a sports car rather than the sedan I thought this car was. We seem to have some rather weird spawn set today, so never mind, I guess. So we'll see how this goes. The idea is, as I say, I will take all the checkpoints, and we've got a new way of choosing checkpoints now. They're chosen a bit more randomly. So the game will choose a random point on the map, and then based on that point, we'll choose the nearest piece of road to that point on the map and call that the checkpoint. So there's a reasonable chance that the checkpoints could be basically anywhere in the city, which is makes for a nice sort of bit of variety, should we say, over the old system where we had a list of checkpoints that we always used. So I'm surrounded by rather a lot of cars at the moment, and I don't like that because that's a bit of a giveaway. It makes the hunters suspicious. It makes them think there's probably a player in the area, and not incorrectly, should we say, because due to the way vehicles spawn in GTA, you often get surrounded by quite a lot of vehicles if you're a player driving according to the traffic laws. There's a green light. Maybe if I put my foot down a little bit and just get ahead of this queue, we can start to try and not be associated with them, should we say. Now, I'm in a Sultan, which is a sports car, and is slightly unfortunate because my intention was to get a sedan because we have a rule that says the hunters are only allowed to use vehicles that have already been used, or vehicle classes that have already been used by the prey. So by using a Sultan, I've unlocked the sports class. Now, they don't know that I've done that yet because they haven't seen me in this car, but if they manage to identify me, then they will then be allowed to use sports cars, which gives them a bit of an advantage. Well, that was one of the hunters there. All the hunters drive around in their own sort of cars in their own colour. So that was Tristan, and I think I definitely need a new car now. So since I seem to be driving sports cars, let's go for an actual good sports car, like this one here. Is this the Carbonara? No, it's a Rapid GT. Okay, that'll do instead. Lovely. Right, so that makes me a little bit more... oh dear. Tristan turned up again. Hope he didn't see me then. I'm going to get out of here and just dive off in a random direction to try and get away from it. Try and make sure because just in case he spotted me and is turning around to come and have another look. Because if he saw me, because I ran a red light there when I turned right. Now, technically, you are allowed to do that in America, so he might not be too suspicious about it. In fact, he hasn't followed me. But I thought better to get out of there and just get away and just try and not be right there. So it looks like we've got a checkpoint that's is that on the highway? Yes, I think that's on the highway for the by the beach over there. It's on the other. I can't get to it from here legally. What am I? I don't want to go straight on because that's going against traffic and the hunters will get suspicious. So I'm going to have to go into the car park here, which is a little bit silly. It's not really what I wanted to do, but I guess I'll have to turn around and sort of try and get out of here somehow. So there's nobody following me. So I think I can do pull a U-turn like this, which would look a bit suspicious if they happened to see it, but they didn't, so it's okay. There's Max. He's gone away. That's all right then. Is he following? He's not following. Excellent. So somehow the hunters have a circle on the map that gives them a bit of a clue as to where I am, because it tells them that I'm in a certain part of the city, and if I'm going slowly, the circle is about 600-700 meters across in radius, I think. If I'm going faster, then the circle shrinks. So at the moment, it's probably reasonably big. That Mustang's in a very weird place. I think I need to get. Oh, I think I wanted to go down there actually. Yeah. So the circle. Yeah, there you go. So the max size of the circle is 620 meters. So as I'm currently stationary, that must be Cornelius going past there because AI don't drive like that usually. Yeah. So if I'm stationary, the circle will be. Is that Pete? Must be Pete. The circle will be a fairly big, basically, is what I'm saying. He's stuck on a signpost. Oh, there's a green light. Okay, I'm just going to go this way because there's a hunter very, very close by, so I'm not going to swerve way across the road because that's going to be far too obvious. So I'm going to need to find a way to get down onto the highway down there. The problem is, I'm pretty sure from looking at the map that it's on the northbound side of the carriageway. So I think my best bet. Yes, if I come around here, if I turn right here and then get onto the highway down there by the colourful car park, that's this one with all the colourful banners on the side of it, then I can sneak. I'll be pointing in the wrong direction, but I can pull a sneaky U-turn, which granted is what got Pete caught in an earlier run, but still I think is probably the best way to do this. Or maybe I'll play it legal and actually come off the highway and turn and get back onto it again. So if I do this, I can get onto the highway here. Now I am going completely the wrong direction, but on the plus side, maybe that'll throw the hunters off because they'll think goodness knows what they'll think I'm doing. But if I'm heading away from the checkpoint, it can only confuse them, right? That's the hope. But no, my plan is to come off at this exit, still following that Emperor, which has suddenly sped up. Now it is onto the exit ramp, which is very bizarre. That's not how exit ramps work, silly car. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn left and left again, and that will bring me around towards the checkpoint. So through through the tunnel, and hopefully I'll be able to get the checkpoint on the other side. Make your mind up. Which lane do you want? For goodness sake. Can nobody in Los Santos drive properly? Try and keep an eye out behind me a bit as well. Okay, I seem to be okay. Let's get a little bit closer though. There we go. So looking down there, yeah, the highway seems to be fairly safe at the moment, and I've been going pretty slowly because I've been stuck behind that Emperor. So it's quite possible that the hunters won't think I'm on the highway because I've been going slowly. Fingers crossed, anyway. Ooh, is that one of? Yeah, that's Pete going across there, still looking for me. He's still in a muscle car, and so as I was saying earlier, there are rules about what cars the hunters are allowed to drive. And I haven't unlocked muscle cars for them yet. So Pete isn't actually technically allowed to drive that car. Now, I say allowed. Allowed isn't quite the right word because he's not actually cheating, but he is driving an unapproved car. And that means, if I want to, I can blow him up. So I've got some options that in my hidden menu system that I can use to blow up any hunters who are in cars they shouldn't be driving. And so currently that means Pete and possibly others, if there are others of them driving muscle cars as well. You never know. Which means when we get into a chase, I can get rid of them and just stop them chasing me. And it takes them out of the chase for a good sort of minute or so while they get blown up. They have to sit in the penalty bin for a moment or two, and then eventually they have to go and get a new car and try and get back to the area, the play area where everyone else is, where all the excitement is happening. So now I think I'm now on the approach to the checkpoint. I'm hoping it's on this side of the highway. If not, I'm going to have to go up to the end, find somewhere to turn round and come back again. And doing that sort of thing is a little bit iffy. Now I'm quite tempted. There it is. There's the checkpoint. We can see it just ahead of me there. Good. It is on this side of the road. That's excellent. But I might need to. Yeah, I think. No, actually no. If I take the sharp right just after grabbing the checkpoint, I think I can go up there. Yes, that car's doing it as well. So I've come along here. There's no hunters around that I can see. So we'll grab. Oh yeah. Damn it! I forgot you have to stop in checkpoints now. We changed the rules a little while ago for reasons, so you actually have to be stopped and then take the checkpoint. I'm actually really glad that that's a thing that's enforced by the game mode now, because otherwise I'd have accidentally cheated there without meaning to. So yeah, thank you, thank you for coding that interest, and I appreciate it. Did anyone see my shenanigans there? No, I don't think they did. Excellent. So now I can flee up this hill. I say flee. I'm driving. Oh, because there's one of the hunters. Driving relatively slowly and sensibly. I'm not sure I really want to be going this way, given there's a lagmobile there. That's not a hunter, though, I don't think. That's just a car lagging out. Okay, somebody's doing shootings, so... Tractor? What? Okay, one of the hunters is driving a tractor. I'm getting out of here. Let's take the advantage of doing the, that. Oh, I drove into something while I was trying to... right, so that has now neatly got me out of this chase, I think. Let's find out. Yes, I'm no longer being chased. Excellent. So now I do need another car, though, because they've seen this one, and it now needs to be a sports car, because they have all seen that I'm driving a sports car. So if I drive anything slower, I'm going to be in trouble. Let's take the Porsche. Porsche, 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 Porsche. Right, now I've finished my getaway. Now the Porsche it's an interesting car. It's good and quick, but it's quite slippery. Given my driving style, this is probably not the best car for me. By that, what I mean is I'm not a good enough driver to handle the slipperiness of the Porsche. I have no idea where McDonald Street or Bruges Avenue are. But I do have a blip on my mini map that tells me it's somewhere over that way. So if I head vaguely eastwards and just see what I can find, eventually I'll get closer and closer to the checkpoint, and I'll be able to work it out. I do quite like this. This is a bit more interesting than the old mode where we had very specific checkpoints. That was Mark going past there in the green, also in a Porsche. So maybe he's going to have the same sort of slippery problems I am. I don't know. Or he might be a better driver than me and can handle the Porsche a bit better. We'll see. So I'm going to, from the general direction of the checkpoint, I'm going to guess that it's probably either in ghetto or industrial. So I shall head down this way. There's a green light. That's convenient. Unfortunately, the sports car, the Porsche will probably stick out a little bit in the ghetto, because you don't tend to get very many sports cars down there, because it's a poorer area of the city. There's Mark again. I did do a slightly funny blip there, but he seems to have gone past without paying very much attention to me. Unless he's guarding this area now, which is possible. It's the sort of thing the hunters might do if they get suspicious of a specific vehicle. So maybe I'll put my foot down a little bit and try and get out of here. Now, where am I going? This isn't the way I wanted to go. Actually, no, I'll take it back. This will do. This is quite a good way to go, because if I stay on here, if I go up this way, I can cut left and get across into the ghetto from here, and I think that's a reasonably good way to do it. Now, possibly should I switch into... I sort of want to switch into that car, but there's one coming up fairly quickly behind me. That I suspect is Max. Although, yeah, because I think it's doing player-style shenaniganery. So, pretty sure that's one of the... Well, it's definitely one of the hunters. Yeah, that's Max, all right. He's ignored that car, though, so... Good. He's heading off over... Yeah, so he's... knows I'm somewhere in this area, which is why he's lurking around over here. but he missed me on the way past there, which is nice. So he's not spotted me. There's a bit of shenaniganry going on here with the AIs, but never mind, that's okay. They do that sort of thing, and they're not doing it too close to me. Oh, it's just round there. Okay, excellent. So stop here and then do a right turn on the red. Up here and stop at this red light. There's loads of hunters everywhere. They don't seem to have noticed me, or at least they're not investigating me, but I don't like this. I feel like I'm very vulnerable. They've smashed one of my tail lights, so if they see this car again, they're going to get suspicious of it. So I need to change cars again. They're shooting people as well. It's not me they're shooting, but I feel like I don't really want to go anywhere until that light goes green, just because. Do I feel brave? Because there's a sports car there, right behind me, that would be an upgrade over this one with my driving style. But I think I don't want to change cars on this major road where the hunters have just been whiffling around, because it's just a bit too busy. So I'm going to head up here and hopefully not encounter any problems. She's still quiet. Oh no, I see Mark's car up there or possibly Pete. I see the green headlights anyway. Which way is that going? It's gone the other way though. Yeah, let's risk it. I want an undamaged car, so I'll take this one. And try and keep an eye out. Oh no! Suddenly Tristan. Does he know? He knows there's some shenaniganry going on here, but he doesn't know which one's me. Okay, I'm going to go this way because I don't want to be anywhere near him. I want to find a way to basically cause a little bit of a delay on my approach. So I'm going to go around. Yeah, I'm going to go around here. And I think at the end of here I can turn left and approach the checkpoint from a different direction. Oh, this is kind of stressful because this is pretty much what we reckon is the perfect way for the game to be going, because there's loads of hunters around and it's really stressful for me. But they haven't actually spotted me and caught me. So yeah, this is basically the sort of content we're aiming for, where they're all over the place, they're all over me, but we haven't actually got into a chase yet. Now we do want to get into a chase at some point. There's a red light there. I think. Does this mean here? I think it probably means here. I don't know. There's a truck in the middle of the junction. Let's wait for that truck to go away, and then I can head over there and try and get that checkpoint. Now I don't know which side of the road the checkpoint's on. The blip isn't quite accurate enough to tell me, so I might need to scout it and then turn around and come back to it. We'll see how it goes, or it might be really quiet and I'll feel like I can nip over onto the other side of the road. Do you see what I mean? There's hunters all over the place. They're all over me, but so far I seem to have got away with it. What's Mark doing? Is he following me? I don't see green headlights on the back of the car. No, he's not following me. This is stressful. There's nobody behind me. What's that car doing? Oh, it's just an AI driving. All right. I got scared. But I was thinking if I drop down one of these side streets, it'll get me off the road that all the hunters seem to be driving up and down. That's either Pete or Mark, because I see the green. That's Pete. There is shenaniganery afoot. Oh, the gang members are shooting at Tristan. That's good from my point of view, because it's a distraction for him. It's going to keep him thinking and guessing, and hopefully not on my tail. Okay, there's a right turn. There's a green light. Let's go. Turn right here. Okay, so there's the checkpoint. It's just at the end of this road. I need to turn right, and I'll have it. And then there's Cornelius. Right turn, because it's a red light and that's a thing. Stop in the checkpoint. Take the checkpoint. Skedaddleo. There we go. That's a tech checkpoint. Ah, the road's been blocked by a tugboat. That's very convenient for me. I'm going to go even though it's a red light, because I think I don't want to be quite that close to the checkpoint, because there's a massive great tugboat in it that's going to make it really obvious where I was. So on the other hand, the tugboat is a blockage across the road, so maybe it'll make it a bit harder for the hunters to follow, if they were following me at that point. I'm going to stick with this car because the Alpha is quite a good car and I haven't seriously damaged it yet. Marathon Avenue, Del Perro. Should I know where Del Perro is? Let's not follow Mark. That seems like a bad idea. Let's try and stay away from the hunters. And I'll turn right at the end of this road and head up from there. Whew. This is going well. There's been a lot of hunter sightings, but we haven't had a chase. Oh no, we have had a chase. We had a chase at the beginning and that's how they spotted that I was in the whatever the sports car I was using early on was. let's see. I'm trying to make plans here. If I go this way round the yeah, if I carry on this way round the round that van, round the arena. Oh dear, I've been spotted. Yeah, that massive swerve I did round the van was probably a bit too much of a giveaway to any hunter who was paying attention. So I'm going to go this way, and let's go. Oh no, this is the way into the airport. I don't want to go into the airport. Get out of the way. This is into the airport. I said I don't want to go into the airport. This is going to go badly. Okay, let's turn here like that. Turn my lights off because I'm driving like a lunatic, and so I'm going to be basically if they spot me, it's going to obviously be me because I'm driving like a loon and going the wrong way on one-way streets and things like that. So if I turn my lights off, then I've got a little bit of extra hiding ability in the dark. It makes me slightly harder to see in the dark. So yes, I'll do that. Alright, so Max is on my tail, just for a change, but so I need to do some sort of shenaniganery with corners and things to try and avoid him and get away. Oh, there's a Mustang in the way. Of course there is. So much for my sneaky avoidance tactics and things. Oh, there's a van. Actually, that worked quite well. It stopped me unexpectedly. So now I can just depart in an alternative direction. There's my Voltic that I started the game in. I could stop and switch into that, but that would actually, if I did that, it would unlock supercars for the hunters, and I really don't want the hunters in supercars because I can't. Well, I can use supercars. It's allowed, but if I do use supercars, then it puts me at a massive disadvantage because I can't take checkpoints in them. But the hunters will then be allowed to use them, so they'll have better cars than I'm allowed to use to take checkpoints with, which will make life very, very difficult for me. Okay, how am I going to escape? So there's Max and Tristan on my tail, probably, yeah. Oh, and I think I saw Mark as well then. So I need to pull some corner. That apparently is indestructible. Who knew? Not me. It's got Max stopped, which is a good thing, but it got me stopped as well, which is a bad thing. Oh dear. Yeah, so I've got... Oh, car! It's too busy looking behind me. So we've got at least 3... Oh, I think Max... Oh, no, I thought Max and Tristan had collided, but maybe not. Maybe it was lag. Maybe they just tied themselves up again very, very quickly. Oh, there's too much street furniture, and I'm hitting all of it. Let's go around here and around here. Is that fire engine one of them? Or was I just really unlucky with it? I'm not sure. Oh no, it's shooting at me, and it's probably going to get my tyres. And if I lose tyres, then I'm in a lot of trouble because suddenly the car will start to handle like I don't know, something unmentionable. It'll start to handle really, really badly, and I'll be in trouble. So I should probably switch the circle off at this point to make me a little bit harder to track. But I'm not sure I quite have the brain space to hammer on all the necessary keys to do so fast. Let's go this way. Yeah, onto the highway here. That's a good idea. Can't possibly go. Someone's left a taco van in the middle of the highway down there as a sort of a kind of roadblock type thing. That's quite sneaky and probably very sensible of them. Now we're going to swing around here like this. That, I feel like that was a really good evasive technique. I don't know whether it's actually worked, but I feel like it was good. So I'm going to drop into the studios and hide around the corner here. And hopefully find something worth stealing. Yes, that one. There's a... Steal the car, quickly. Sense of urgency, please. Right, there we go. Honk, 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 honk. Yes, if the alarm could stop, that would be rather nice. This is a Rapid GT, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so now there's a couple of things wrong here. Firstly, I've got a smash window, which makes me visible to that, which makes me sort of not. Secondly, I'm in movie studios where AI cars don't go. Damn it! So yeah, I was thinking I should have gone out the other end. All right, I'll go this way. I was thinking, yes, I should go out. Perhaps I should go back out the top end, and then I didn't, and I'm not really sure why. Because I wanted to head towards the checkpoint. I feel like that was really unlucky, because yeah, the Mark just happened to be having a bit of a slidey moment at the entrance to the exit to the studios just as I happened to be trying to get out of them. So yeah, that was not ideal, but I suppose there we get another chase, so that's excitement for everybody. Let's go through this alleyway because I'm here. Okay, I know. I was gonna say I know this alleyway, then I hit a tree. So apparently I don't know it quite as well as I wanted to. Let's go this way. Duck. Tyres are replaceable. Well, I say tyres are replaceable. Cars are replaceable. Oop, there's 2 of them. Right, let's just go. Let's not be here, and let's try and turn off the circle as well. There we go. Circle is disabled. Oh, I'm going to the hotel apparently. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Let's come back out of the hotel and carry on going, because that wasn't where I meant to go at all. And they're all behind me because whoa, I took a stupid route through the hotel. And now look at the camber on my wheel there. This is problematic. So yeah, words. Let's drop a street lamp on them. That can only help, right? That's not true. It actually hinders quite a bit because it means oh no, this car is not handling properly anymore because of that pushed in front wheel that you saw. And there's still 2 of them there, so I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here, I think. And because we're all using sports cars, it kind of raises the stakes a bit because everything is so much faster and a bit more fragile. So you saw how much my car got battered up from a few crashes there. If I'd been driving something a bit tougher, it would still probably be a bit more capable of going in straight lines and things. But no, I decided that a sports car was a good idea. Well, actually, no, I didn't decide a sports car was a good idea. I accidentally got into one ages ago. Oh, let's turn the lights off. There we go. That'll help a little bit. Accidentally got into one right at the start of the run, and I've been having to use them ever since, because if I don't, the hunters might, and I'll be at a massive disadvantage. Oh, just about managed to get stopped there. I think I'm free, but I often say that, and then it turns out I'm really, really not. There's the checkpoint. I can't take it at the moment because I'm still fleeing. The circle is turned off, and I'm supposed to turn the circle on some little while before I go in and actually take a checkpoint. So I'm going to go out onto the pier. The circle is off, so I've got plenty of time. I've got all the time, as long as they're not still behind me, which I don't think they are. I've got all the time in the world, and there's usually good cars available, if not necessarily in this car park, in the one out down below. So let's get out here and just start wandering. Actually, let's not just wander. Let's move a bit faster. So there's nothing good up here, but that's okay because there's the other car park, the one by the highway. Down here, and this one, I'm not going to say always has good cars in it, but it does seem to usually have something worth having. And there were a couple of Mustangs, which if desperate, I could always get one of them. Yeah, there's a sports car, that white one over there. I'd rather have a darker colour if I can find it, like that black one just to the left. What is that? Is that I'm not even sure what that is. It's a sports car anyway, so that'll do. Yeah, take this one. And again, once again, oh, it's an Alpha. Okay, cool. No, it's not. It's a Serrano. Even better? I'm not sure. I've not driven one of these yet anyway, so it'll definitely do. I'm driving against the flow of traffic, but who cares? Right, let's turn the circle back on again. There we go. And close the menu. There we go again. Right, and now I need to get out of here, and I need to get back up to that checkpoint that we saw earlier. So now I'm in an odd place once again. There's a chance they might guess where I am or where I was based on, well, he's obviously going to be off looking for another sports car. Oh, he's over by the pier. He must be in the pier car park. But if I'm lucky, they might think I'm in the other pier car park. What are you doing, you absolute muppet? Did you see that? That orange muscle car just stopped right in front of me. Lunatic. Oh no, sorry, no, it's not a lunatic, he's an idiot. Anyone who drives faster than you is a lunatic, and anyone who drives slower than you is an idiot. I remember. get my car memes correct. I see yellow lights ahead of me, that must be Cornelius, because I don't think we've got Ed today. Right, so up here, I see purple lights as well, that's clearly Tristan, because purple. He's going through at quite a speed. Oh, and Mark going through sideways. That's actually quite stylish. Well done, Mark. I approve. So, I don't want this road. I want the road after this one. And then I can grab that checkpoint and skedaddleo and hopefully just keep moving. There's a fire engine again. I'm worried by fire engines after getting intercepted by that one earlier, and I'm still not sure whether that was one of the hunters or whether that was an AI that just happened to come in and intercept me almost perfectly. Right turn on red. Shoop. There we go. There we go. A lovely checkpoint. I approve of this. And look behind me. Nobody there. Stopping the checkpoint. Taking the checkpoint. Bloop. Oh, I've got turned around. That's unhelpful, but I'll accept it and just go with the flow, I suppose. And this will take me around here. I'm allowed to keep moving this way, and just keep going. So yes, that turn round was because we have what we call checkpoint effect. Hello, Max. Goodbye, Max. I'm not staying around to be investigated. Yeah, we have what we call checkpoint effects, which is where something random and unexpected happens when you take... Well, I say unexpected. We've seen them all now, so they're kind of expected. But random things happen when checkpoints get taken. In that particular one, it was everybody's car gets turned round. And I think I've got away from Max by the looks of it. I didn't see him when I looked behind me. No, there he is. I take it all back. This is one of the, so it's very easy because when you're the prey and you're fleeing like this, you just glance, but you can only take quick glances behind you. So if the hunters are like that, then yes, it's really obvious. Okay, I haven't got away from them. But if, ooh, that was a partial success. My intention there was to make Tristan overrun, and he did. Unfortunately, I also turned a bit more than I intended to, and things didn't go quite so well as I hoped. A good intercept though. Oh, there's the next checkpoint. You know what? Let's be cheeky, because if I stop, I'm allowed to take checkpoints, even in the chase. And now I don't normally do that, and I'm not going to do that again because it's not what you're supposed to do. But well, I say not what you're supposed to do. It is allowed, but it's not what I generally like to do. So that's a tree. Don't hit the tree, Laurence. Don't hit the tree. We've talked about this in the past. You're not supposed to drive into trees. They don't like it, and nor do you. Okay, coming off here, like that. Rockford Drive and Del Perro Freeway, Del Perro. Where's Del Perro? I can't remember. Bonk. That was not how you take a corner. That slows you down too much. I should have gone into the hospital as a sort of evasive manoeuvre thing. But I seem to be... No, I'm not away. Alright, it's circle time. Just head north, head out. Well, I say head north, head out of the city. I'm not going to do that because that's boring. He's going to take me into the wrong part of the world, and I'm not planning. I don't want to go and play in the wild and frozen north. That's not a good plan. But I will loop around like that and come back into the city. Now the nice thing about having a sports car is it's got enough acceleration that you can whip around like that and have a decent chance of... Oh, actually, here's the thing. That was a really convenient bump from that truck. It got me nicely straightened up. There we go. Yes, I think that was a good escape. So let's head down into the city. I don't want to get too close to the next checkpoint, because if I drive towards the next checkpoint while I'm fleeing, that's blatantly cheating. But if I'm just looking for another car, which I am now, I don't really want to change... Ooh, here's a thought. If I get something that isn't a sports car, they won't be expecting that. They'll be expecting... Bonk, he says, driving straight into a sports car. Yeah, they won't be expecting me to be using a non-sports car, so let's try and find something, maybe a good coupe, if I can. I'm driving towards the, or a muscle car. I'm driving towards the checkpoint. No, that's bad. That's borderline cheating. I feel bad about that. So let's go in here. What can I find? Yeah, right. We're taking that Mustang. It's another broken window, but I can live with that. Turn the circle back on again. Right, so now I need to get up to Del Perro Freeway. So that's the Del Perro Freeway must be part of the highway system, mustn't it? Just must be because of the name. Now, how do you get onto the... Yeah, okay, so if I carry on through the ghetto this way and take the next exit, I think... No, this exit from the ghetto. Ooh, crunch. Yeah, come out here, then I can get onto one of those ramps onto the freeway there and follow it in about the right direction and try and work out where on earth this next checkpoint is. Okay, this seems like a plan. And there's Mark. Don't see me, 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 don't see me. Get out of the way. So don't see me. Which part don't see me, do not understand? And there's Tristan as well. Let's go onto the freeway here, because I think they're chasing me. Yeah, they are. Okay, so maybe the muscle car has not worked as well as I hoped it would. I was hoping that if I grabbed a muscle car, they wouldn't investigate it because they wouldn't be expecting me to use it. That has not been the case, and now, of course, they're in faster cars than me. Now, I should have a toughness advantage, potentially, because muscle cars tend to be a bit tougher than sports cars, but they're going to have a speed advantage. So this could be this may well have been a mistake. I am not sure. Hello, Pete. Goodbye, Pete. Maybe once it gets up to speed, the muscle car will have some straight line top end advantage. I suspect it probably won't, so I'm going to come back off again here. And actually, let's just go straight back on again. Maintain momentum. Just try and break line of sight. Yeah. Oop. Bonk. Didn't mean to do that. That was not maintaining momentum. That was having a crash. And round here, what can I do from here? I could drop onto the other side of the highway, and I could take the jump here, but they'll be expecting that, so I'll just carry on. Oh, Tristan's catching up because, as mentioned, he's got a faster car than I have. Can I do this? I can do this. Can he do this? Can he do that? That's the question. He can't. Excellent. That was not the button I meant to press. Circle off again, because, you know, I need to switch vehicles. Let's go into the car park. Right, good. I'm glad that worked as well as it did. There's another Mustang. Let's take it. I don't seem to have broken this one. However, it technically is broken, so it's probably going to show. It also looks identical to the one I just got out of. So, I don't know if this is a wise move or not. I also can't maneuver this out of the... Oh, it scraped up the door, probably. Can't maneuver out of the car park. Oh dear. Duck, 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 duck. Don't get me tyres, don't get me tyres. He didn't get my tyres. Excellent. Thank you for shooting badly. I appreciate it. Let's go through here. Right. He's probably going to... I hope he's expecting me to go out onto the highway there, because that's the obvious thing to do from there. So maybe if I go this way, I'll be safe. Yeah, moving from one black Mustang to another black Mustang, probably foolish. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, no, there's a Cornelius in a rather battered car, motorbike behind me. Oh, he seems to have stopped though. I don't know whether he thought he just scared an AI or whether he... I don't know. I don't know what he thought. Let's go in here. Did anyone see that? I don't think so. There are no cars in here to steal though. Did I say steal? I meant borrow.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe if I just hang around for a minute or two, try and look innocent.
I can't believe it.
Or alternatively just, you know, full on hide. Because that's a hunter going through there. What's on the other side of this building? It is actually the freeway on the other side of this building. That's no good. I'll run away down this way. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. I'm glad I came this way. Right, good. We'll take this. That's a nice car. I'll have that, as they say. That's a loud alarm. I'll not have that. Thank you very much. Can we turn that off, please? Quick turn around. Why are all these people panicking? Was there shooting that I didn't notice? I think there might. It's possible there was. Okay, there we go. The alarm stopped. Right, let's go. Which way does this road go? The car went that way, so yeah, there we go. Okay. Circle on. Close menu. Right. Now I need to find my way back to the back onto the highway, I think. I still haven't worked out exactly where the checkpoint is. Oh, I can't look at the map. I haven't got time. Next time I stop at a red light, I'll try and have a look at the map. Here's one. Oh, okay, it's there. Right, okay, so let's turn right. Oh, it's too late to turn right. So let's take the next right, and then find my way over down that way through the past the what do we call it? The movie studios. There goes Cornelius. That over that way, and I think there might be another one. Oh, there's Pete as well over there. So the hunters. Oh, and Max as well. Oh god, they're all in the area. I don't like this. I want to go. I wish I'd realised where I was going sooner, and I'd have gone down that road to the right. Can I have a green light, please? That's close enough. The hunters have all gone. I'm going to call that a green light. It's not a green light, but I'm going to pretend it is. And down here, and turn right here. Okay, and if I follow this road, yeah, if I follow this, oh, this is through the movie studios again. I don't want to do that because it got me, partly because it got me caught last time, and partly because it just seems like a bad idea. Okay, this way. If I turn left here instead, if I go across the, what are you doing? Yeah, if I go across the bridge, across the highway, and then I can turn right and then right again, and that'll bring me to the checkpoint. And then hopefully the escape will be fairly easy because the hunters won't be anywhere near me. This has been quite a good run, I think. I mean, even if I don't manage to finish it, there it is. There's the final checkpoint. Even if I don't manage to complete it and win, it's been a good one. There's been lots of tension. There's been lots of chases. Yeah, I'd say this has gone well. As this is what we're aiming for when we do our episodes. All right. Okay. So there it is. I think, you know what? I'm just going to go for it because I have to stop in the checkpoint anyway, which looks dodgy. Oh, and now I've gone blue as well. Let's see. I think the best thing, even though I'm in an obvious blue car thanks to the checkpoint effect, I think my best bet is just to head north at a rate of knots. Now they're probably going to expect me to do that, but still, even so, it's still probably the best thing for me to do. Because at the end, when we get to this point of the game, we have what we call the final hunt, and that means I have to get more than a certain distance away from any of the hunters for a certain amount of time. Is it like 500 meters for 30 seconds, something like that? I can't remember. But when I do that, boom, they all explode like that, and I've won the game. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. We'll be carrying on. There'll be obviously more of these runs fairly soon, and yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you later. And brakes. Back to chat. No, chat is on this screen. Hello.
Only the ending kind of blows.
Hi, YouTube.
I felt a little bit cheeky when we're taking the fourth checkpoint in a chase. I'm not sure I don't think I'll do that again.
I like that.
But it was right there, and I couldn't resist.
You were confused.
And I knew it wasn't against the rules.
He's slowing down. Why is he doing that? Oh.
Excellent. I do like the random checkpoints, actually. Especially, I had one of them where I had the thing that Pete had in his run, where I was driving towards it and going, I don't know whether this is going to be on the right side of the road for me to get it or not. But yeah, I like that. It's good. Nice one.
Yeah.
And it's been
I was completely fine with the taking that one right in front of me.
Good. Yeah, and I think it's the sort of thing that I might do once in a run, but not more than that, because it was just funny.
Those chases were very interesting.
Yeah, that was a really good run for all kinds of reasons. But in the early part, when we were around in the ghetto, I saw you guys around so much, and I was getting really paranoid, or stressed, which is exactly what we're going for. This is how it's supposed to go. So yeah, and then there were some good chases and some ridiculous escapes, like me managing to roll my muscle car over a wall that you guys clearly couldn't get over. Yeah, so it turns out that's
the highway.
Off the highway, but yeah.
Oh, okay, that was a different time. You went over the highway on to the east-west highway when I was chasing you.
Oh.
And then I found you again by Caesar's car park.
Yeah, I got really. There was one bit of that where I was coming out of the or wanting to come out of the movie studios. I felt I got really unlucky because
Yeah.
I completely lost you, and then I was
No,
about to
that
come
was-
out and suddenly there was a mark, and then there were about 3 of you there, and it was, oh, for goodness sake.
That was actually a good call out because someone said I might have seen him going into movie studio, so I was still on the highway, so I circled around and
Because the frustrating thing
waited there
was,
for you.
I'd been thinking, I was at the other, I'd swapped cars in movie studios, so I thought, yeah, I was thinking, right, I'll go back out to the other end from where you saw me.
Yep.
But then I thought, actually, that's further away from the checkpoint. I'll be lazy and take the short route, and then, hey presto, you were right there, and I sort of thought, have I stopped in? No, actually, no. I think I saw a couple of others go past. I thought, I hope I stopped in time they didn't see me. And then it looked like, well, I thought you just had some sort of bit of a slide and ended up pointing in the wrong direction and it was staring right at me. Whereas it sounds like it might have been a little bit more deliberate. So
Yeah.
yeah, well done.
Yeah, we spotted you there.
Did you spot me at Casino Bridge when you were coming from Casino?
I did not. I'd been being followed by Tristan up the highway, and I came
Yeah.
off.
Me.
I came off of the exit. Oh, was it you? Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
And I came
Max,
off of the exit just north of the casino, and then and looped back down past the casino. But I didn't see you there, but I just yeeted my car back off onto the highway and headed south. So I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. And you
Very
landed in a
smoothly.
way, or basically I followed you, but landed in a way that I didn't see where you went, and there
Ah.
were too many possibilities to go.
Okay.
Laurence, you give Tristan too much credit.
You mean when I said
I mean,
that?
I've written the entire
it-
thing, so
Like last week or 2 weeks ago in one of the videos, I think twice you said, "Oh, that's Tristan driving in front of me." I think that's Tristan, and then it's been me both times. I don't know why, but blue.
Apparently, in certain lighting, blue and purple look, or pale blue and purple apparently look the same. I have no idea how I'm getting that wrong, but apparently they're
no.
very similar.
I think one was where we had cars that were colored by checkpoint effect with my blue lighting
Okay.
underneath. I think that was one of them, but I'm not sure. You give Tristan too much credit.
Well, I've known him for longer.
Okay, that's fair.
All his life.
just by about, 20, 30 times.
Yeah, that's about right. That's an alarming thought. I've found a random car park and it's not particularly useful.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, I mean, if I managed to come through, if I managed to learn it perfectly and come through there at some kind of crazy speed, it could be quite useful. But I'm not sure I could. Oh, he says immediately driving into a wall.
And I have a question. Where is it? Which one?
It's over near Chinese Monument.
Surely he doesn't want to say at this point.
Yeah,
don't
okay.
think-
I know exactly which one. There's a small church on the west side of it.
No, I don't see one. I mean, unless it's a very small church. No, I don't think so.
It's okay. And then it's Your Chinese monument might be bigger than.
Yeah, not very. It wasn't
know.
very near Chinese Monument. That's just that sort of general area.
Shall we run?
Yes.
Well, we cannot drive anymore. Cars solid, so yeah.
Oh, I need to change my skin. I don't know how much of me you saw, but it's probably more.
Yeah,
than
a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah, every single speck.
Gross. Right. Okay. I changed clothes. I mean, skin. It's an odd place to be starting. Okay. 90 degrees to the
You could-
road, which is very
You
helpful.
start at a checkpoint or a checkpoint position, so
Well done, Pete. And Mark. No, Max.
I was helping the game because we spawn in the same place, so it disperses the hunters.
Oh yeah, true. It is good to have you guys spread out.
Yeah, see?
I'm about to cry. Ah! Damn.
I need to leave the. Oh, I have left the chat. Hello everybody and welcome to Laurence Plays, where we're playing Manhunt Checkpoint, and I'm playing the Prey, and I'm currently waiting to find out where my first checkpoint is going to be. And we've implemented a new system recently where we now get checkpoints assigned randomly completely anywhere. It could be anywhere in the city. So it picks the game will pick a random spot somewhere in the city and then put the checkpoint on the closest piece of road to it. So we could be, yeah, it could be absolutely anywhere. So this time I'm going to South Arsenal Street and Alta Street in La Puerta. Now I think La Puerta is what the game calls what we call the ghetto area. I'm not certain though. My geographical knowledge of this city is not brilliant. I mean, I know the roads and where I'm going reasonably well, but I don't know the place names particularly well. So we'll see how this goes. So it's clearly quite a long way south of me, however. So I'm going to follow the highway along here, drop on, come off the exit there. Can I overtake here? Maybe I can. Yes, I can. That's a little bit un-AI-like driving, accelerating like that, because they don't normally care all that much about their position in queues and things. But it's got me past here, and it's got me onto this ramp, and I think I'm probably reasonably subtle at this point. Now, I've not been spotted by the hunters as far as I know. So I've picked this Bobcat for... I'm not really sure why I picked this Bobcat. It just seemed like it was there, and it seemed like a reasonably good vehicle, a reasonably suitable vehicle. So we're going to see how I get on with it. The reason I'm not just picking a sports car is because we have a system where until I've used a class of vehicle, the hunters aren't really supposed to use it, and so if they do, I'm allowed to blow them up. Or I have a feature that allows me to blow them up quite easily. So they can drive sports cars right from the get-go if they want to, but it's probably going to end rather explosively for them if they do. So they're probably not going to, or at least not for very long. I'm sure there's another exit along. Yes, there it is. Thank goodness for that. Yes, so they are discouraged from driving vehicles until they've seen me driving them, or driving vehicle classes. Now, we do let them have some vehicle classes to start with. They don't have to guess completely. They are allowed to use sedans, compacts, and something else. I'm in the wrong lane here. Sedans, compacts. No, I'm not. I am in the. Yes, this is correct. This is where I want to go. Sedans, compacts, and SUVs, and actually vans, industrial vehicles, that sort of stuff. So this would have been unlocked for them initially as well if they wanted, because technically this is a van according to the game. So yes, they get those vehicles, and they can use those vehicles to try and find me. They've got the circle on the map, which I've talked about before, where there's a circle that they know that I'm somewhere inside it, because whenever I touch the edge of it, it jumps, so that in order to keep me inside it somewhere. And that means they can use that to tell roughly where I am in the city, and then they can come over to that area and then start hunting around it for me. And there's a lot of cars here, and I don't like that, because a lot of cars always means there's a player somewhere in the vicinity. So actually, I'm going to run this light here. I'm just going to barge through here in a very, very rude BMW kind of way. Ooh, and then get into the lane to turn left here. Left and right are difficult, apparently. Oh, there's a...
Is this for real?
where have they gone? Because I'm now in the... Yeah, I'm in it and stationary, so I can take the checkpoint. There we go. And then head off this way. Oh, it's giving me a 2-star wanted level. That's unhelpful, especially when I'm in a crappy pickup truck. And getting chased by a purple pickup truck. Is he in an identical vehicle to me? No, he's not. Well, he's in something fairly similar. It's not identical, but it looks pretty similar. And, okay, we all have 2-star wanted levels, so the police are all going to be a bit aggressive with all of us. And that happened because I took that checkpoint. When I take checkpoints, there's a chance that something odd will happen. And in this case, the odd thing was that it gave all of the players 2-star wanted levels. At least I'm pretty sure it gives everyone them. I don't think it's just me. And that's unhelpful, because I need to then try and sort of, flee from anyone who's... I need to flee from the hunters and from the police. And because the game cheats, the police always know exactly where you are, and there will always be police cars around you, or rather, no, police cars always... There's always police cars basically all around you, everywhere, because they're all over the place. And let's go on here. Oh, crunch. Yes, he's still there. Has he got a slightly faster pickup truck than me? That motorbike, that biker just fell off their own motorbike with no help from the player. That's quite funny. With no help, we didn't even get hit by another AI. I don't think he just fell off it because he doesn't know how to ride a bike apparently. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yes, I need to try and get away from Tristan. Now this is a bit of an elephant race at the moment because neither of us are in particularly quick vehicles. So losing him is going to be extremely difficult. I'm going to turn the circle off just on general principles, because that's what you do when you're in a chase. fine. I'll go this way then. Alright, maybe I won't. Ah, I'm wedged. A little bit wedged. Oh, no, I've been shot. Ah. I was about to blow Mark up as well, because he was in an illegal car, but I didn't do it quickly enough. Ah, grump. Maybe the F-150 was a bad choice.
I mean, I was in a very similar one, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's the old elephant race problem, where if you're both
Yeah.
in really slow vehicles, it's very hard to get away because you just can't build a decent gap against the other person who's chasing you.
Oh yeah, we had that in the cement trucks when I saw you when taking a checkpoint. You had to do when you weren't in a chase, and you took one in a chase when I was about 5 minutes behind you.
Yes, because I didn't realise I was in a chase. I remember that. That was funny. Yeah, I mean, when I saw the video afterwards, you're quite right. You were in fact chasing me, but I'd looked behind me and I hadn't seen you.
Yeah. Should we play a clone one? We haven't played that sort of thing
okay.
for ages.
Do you want to think genre clone or presumably because that was better, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
genre clone was better, and I agree. That's a fun one.
It is.
That's
All right,
good.
let's go for that.
Very good. Can we also have snow?
Have what?
No?
Oh, snow. Yeah, could do.
I think do one without first, and then I can change it to that.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Let's get used to it first. We haven't played it in forever.
Give me a second, I have to get something to drink.
That's a good idea, actually. Let's get some. Yeah, I should do the same. Back in the mo.
Things all around.
I have half a martini left. I'm good.
We can talk to Laurence's stream again.
Hello, stream. Is anyone on the stream?
No one's spoken in YouTube chat.
I was gonna follow up with it's a Laurence stream. I thought that was a bit harsh.
Tristan, does that mean you're watching his chat? Are you cheating?
Well, no one's spoken in it, so technically no. But,
Yeah, but if someone's
also,
away, you should get a checkpoint and go over the highway that way. Then...
no,
There's the
I
chat bot thing.
can't see the video, and the left-hand half of the chat window is covered up. And
I'm ready.
if stuff had actually been appearing there, I would have stretched the Discord window that's covering the video.
Okay. I have to be vigilant for cheaters because yesterday we had to ban someone from our online. He's been here as like an OG, and he's been caught before twice. And
Good luck
once
banning
he
me.
had it-
I'll say that.
No, I'm not gonna ban you. Don't worry. But I have
Uh,
to be vigilant because cheaters are not welcome.
no, that's why we selectively choose our players.
Yeah, we did too. Well, not selectively, but Tony was a very OG player. Yeah, I think he might have been on that server longer than I was.
There's also an element of the stream sniping is basically the only real way
only
you'd
way
be
of
able to
doing it,
cheat, unless you're me or Pete, I guess, and able to send commands to spawn stuff.
Yeah, but no, what I meant to say is that Tony was an OG, and he's done it a couple times, and he's been banned for it temporarily. But it came to the point where he did it again, and he's been doing it very, very sneaky. And he probably has gotten away with it a couple times, but not always. He made a strange call out yesterday, started looking, and then he just kept staying close to me. He always likes to drive trucks, and in a fire truck, it's very nice. You can see where he's looking, because the water cannon is aimed the same direction, and he has been just looking at me in my direction for the whole time. And then we asked for a screenshot, and he had clearly his map open. And he's like, "Yeah, but I wasn't looking at the map." Yeah.
Yeah, but
That was way too suspicious. Even Shadow agreed when he was spectating through. He was spectating him through the TV.
ah,
Also, it turns out Laurence does have a following on YouTube. Who knew?
Who
Ah.
might that be?
Hello to various YouTube people.
Hello, various YouTube people.
No. Xena Lupus says nobody's there, so
So there we go.
chat has spoken. And therefore, chat hasn't spoken.
Know your paradoxes.
I'm gonna die. Why? Okay, I survived. How?
When Laurence comes back, I will go to voice only. Dina Lupus's mic? I think.
No.
He said hello back. And that is always the response. I'm Mike. I think Tristan missed the joke.
Possibly. I probably wasn't listening.
Dina Lupus said
Yeah.
hello back. And I said he's
You
Mike.
know-
Back
You
again.
know, we have the exact same joke in on our server. Nesfi always says like, "Hey," if someone says, "Hey, I'm back," so everybody says, like Nesfi started to say, "Hey, hi back, I'm Nesfi," and
Ooh.
now even if you're not called Nesfi, you say, "Hey back, I'm Nesfi." You know.
Yes.
I was going to say,
Apparently very
you
original.
say you have the same joke on your server. I feel it's a bit mean calling Mike a joke.
Good one.
Appreciate that one. Laurence has now used up
I'm
his
not sure
funny for the
Mike is
month.
though.
Hello, Astral Wolf, Pete, Zeno, and Persistent. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I was away getting a drink and sorting out a minor family upset. Probably is a good word, I guess. I won't go into too many details, but yeah, I'm back again now and just filling up my drink. And for some
Subscribe if you want to know more. You missed that hook, Laurence.
reason, no, I'm not. No,
Subscribe if you don't want to hear more, because if you subscribe, then we'll get on with.
yes, if you
Yeah,
subscribe, I'll be
okay.
distracted and go, oh, thank you for the sub. Although
I have
actually,
to.
I don't know if I don't even know if I'd noticed because because I'm in Windows at the moment. I don't have everything set up properly to give me all the notifications and things when subscriptions happen.
I have to ask. What are you drinking? Sorry.
I'm drinking Hobgoblin, my personal favourite
Ah.
beer.
You've said it before.
Laurence Play, sponsored by
Very good.
Hobgoblin.
Oh, if only.
I don't think YouTube allows alcoholic beverages to be sponsored.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's
I don't think
alcoholism.
I don't think even as like an internal sponsor thing, right? Because of course not for their own videos. But
It's probably the
Yeah,
same
it's
with I think they're trying to get it into like racing and stuff. I know they banned tobacco products, and I think they're trying to ban alcohol as well.
So,
and
I think you can sponsor, but it can't be public or something.
okay, so they can give me money. They can give me money, and I can drink lots of Hobgoblin and talk about how I'm drinking Hobgoblin, but I can't say I'm sponsored. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I
Correct,
can see
yeah.
how that could work. But okay, I'm just not allowed to not allowed. So I'm allowed to talk about it, but not say that they not say that they've given me money. So
I
actually,
don't think you're allowed to. I don't think you're allowed to link to them and give discount codes.
right. Okay.
I
So you
think
can be
that's
sponsored
how
by
it
them
is.
and talk about them, but people have to then go off and do their own googling.
Yes, and you're not allowed to have your own. Well, I mean, maybe somewhere else, but not through YouTube. You cannot distribute any links to them or discount
Okay.
codes. Right? So often you get like a
come and join my
sponsorship
Discord. Link in the description, and we'll give you some beer codes. Yeah. Not that I have beer coupons. I
That
apologize. I'm
sounds
sorry.
nice.
Aw.
That sounds very much like an American drugs sort of thing. So ask your doctor about. Insert.
Yeah.
Ask
all-
your
it's such a
streamer
strange
about
concept in
their favourite
America.
beer.
So I have to say that the Swift the Hunt, or Manhunt in this case, is my drug.
It's
Lawrence,
yeah. I
I
don't know.
sent you a Discord message for the command to send, since I assume you don't remember it.
Oh, okay.
It
Thank
might
you.
also be my addiction.
That seems like a very safe assumption to jump to.
Yes, Astral Wolf, that's kind of what I think it was set to be.
I need to say.
So
this.
I'm watching a podcast. It's called Painkiller Already, and they have tobacco products and like so one of their sponsors is Wonky Weed, which is like weed product, like THC product, and another sponsor they have is like some increased perm pill.
Right. On a completely unrelated
Mm.
note, are you guys now
Yes.
all in muscle cars?
Yes.
No.
You're not in a car,
Are
right?
you not in a
Yeah.
car at all? Right. And are you now?
Your car should also have changed. I wasn't paying attention,
Oh.
Laurence.
Mine did. I didn't notice it changed the first time, but it definitely changed this time. Oh no, because I was already in it when I did it. It's this time when I got into it, it changed. Awesome. Right. So
Right,
this has
yeah.
got this is even weirder now. So whenever I get into a car, it turns my car into a random car from the same class, and it turns everybody else's cars also into random cars from the same class. So there we go. Wow.
I have a Raptor.
I have
Yeah,
a
this is.
a Rust.
It was originally just everyone else will change into a random car if they're in a different class of car. But then that meant some classes have
things like this, and
Yeah.
the punters would get put in cars like this, and I'd have no chance of getting them. So
Yeah.
it wasn't fair. But now everybody's got the same chance of getting something really weird and stupid. If that-
Yes.
for hunters and prey alike. If you can change car at any time. If you get into a car of a different class, it will chuck you back into the same car you were given at random. If you get into a car of the same class, you will get to keep that one.
right, okay. So if I find
if you're in a sports car that you don't like, you can get into another sports car. And
okay, so
you'll
if I
get to drive
get
that
so
new.
now if I get into this Futo,
Then we won't change and the Futo won't change.
Is this a great idea, to be fair? Because we will be seeing that Laurence is driving, for example, a Zentorno, which does not usually spawn.
no, oh
If he gets in a
yes.
No.
So if I want to be sneaky, I will need to steal a car and then steal another car of the same class to get something that's subtle.
I don't think we changed the exact car, do we? We just changed into one of the.
No, but
class.
no, Max's point is if I get into a sports car, it might randomly change into some ridiculous sports car that doesn't spawn naturally.
Oh, I
and
see.
so you'll
Yes,
see
which will
what I
stand
mean.
out. I'm with
So
you.
I then need to change.
Yeah.
I then hypothetically need to change into another sports car to get a one that looks a bit more innocent.
So stealing
Correct.
a
Yes.
basically defeats the purpose of having the new thing where you also change car.
It
Unless
throws,
we're
it throws in some extra interest at least, and it gives me a chance
It
to
Yeah.
do
makes-
something fun and
It's
fast.
making it adds more work for him.
That's true. Yeah, but never mind.
I mean, Max, if you want to go ahead and code up a whole new game mode, feel free.
I'm back at it actually at our server. Just haven't done much. I'm trying to fix it still because it's still broken. Not spend a lot of time on it.
Nearly
to
hit
get
whoever that
there.
was.
That was rude.
Max enjoyed coding so much he fled the country.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's not as muscly as the
Is it?
car I was in before. I feel like there's a lot of sports cars around at the moment, which is
The
not
cannon on my car doesn't shoot.
If everybody
It's
if everybody's
broken.
in sports car, they spawn one.
You got a you got a muscle car with a gun on it. How ridiculous!
Yes.
Yes, I
Have
did as
something
well.
different then. Oh god.
Did you use
I
the
may
gun?
have a 3-star
You
wanted
have
type
weaponized-
now.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
have a
actually.
weaponized tank.
Yeah, remember, no
Yeah.
shooting from vehicles.
Lawrence.
No, no,
I have
no
to ask,
shooting
can
out
you-
of vehicles.
Lawrence, I have to ask, can you get in a plane once during this?
I did
type of
once,
mode?
yes.
Thank you very much.
I've also
And a
got
boat.
and
Did a boat once
I've
as
done
well.
boats a couple of times. Yes, boats were funny.
Both were hilarious.
Or helicopters. So it would be jokes if we just in a helicopter or in a plane on the
I would
road.
like to point out, by the way, the rule is no shooting from vehicles. The rule is not no shooting with vehicles.
It's still shooting from a vehicle. Thank you very much. It still totally counts.
Yeah.
And I will call
Okay,
shenanigans.
No shooting
Yeah.
from in vehicle, yeah. You're
Should
in
we
the
get
If
vehicle.
you're in a
started
vehicle,
rather than
you're
just
not
driving
allowed
around
to
in
shoot.
circles, talking about things and playing with cars?
Have you set your character mod?
Ooh, thank you. Because no. Get out of the car. I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I had. Oh well. Never mind.
The other counter to that is there's no automatic weapons, and I think all the vehicle-mounted weapons are automatic. So you can always fall back to that rule if you wanted to.
That will do. Okay, I've changed character model.
Well, we've got the prey can blow up hunters who are in illegal vehicles rule. I don't think that matters.
Yeah. Actually,
Not
Not if
shouldn't
you
be
coded
possible.
everything correctly.
Not bad.
Right.
Right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Who is this?
Bye, Felicia.
Ooh. So the hunters. We start off with the hunters killing each other again. That's fairly standard. Where am I going? This is not the way I want to go. Let's head back. Let's actually head into the city. So I need to try and find myself a car. And the more ridiculous, I should have got that truck I just passed. The more ridiculous, the better, because the hunters are going to be put in exactly the same vehicle. This will do. Here's a truck. Crunch. Ah! Splat. Don't run me over, don't run me over. If I die to this, if I die to the AI, I will be very upset. Keep in the truck. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to Laurence Plays, where we are playing Manhunt Checkpoint, and we're playing Vehicle Clone Mode. So what this means is that whenever I get in a vehicle, all of the hunters will be put in other vehicles from that class. In fact, all players, including myself, will be put in random vehicles from that class. So now, everybody is in an industrial vehicle. Can't quite take a corner. So this means that, well, in theory, every chase should be reasonably well balanced because we'll all be in the same sort of ridiculous vehicles. But it does make me a bit easier to spot because if they know that I'm in an industrial vehicle, they'll go around looking at industrial vehicles. And as always, they've got the circle to help them find me, which tells them roughly where in the city I am. Well, I'll do. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this. And this is a vehicle that naturally spawns as well. Right, and even better, this is technically a muscle car, but it's a pickup truck, so it doesn't really look like a muscle car. So I think this is a good one to have. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to stick with this for a little while and see how we go. So we've also implemented a new feature with how it arranges how the checkpoints are created. And so they instead of picking from a list of about 20 of them, instead now it just picks a random point on a road somewhere in the city and says, okay, there you go, that's your checkpoint. So I mean, light's still red. I know I need to go to Courts Drive and North Rockford Drive in Richmond. And actually I know roughly where Richmond is. That's sort of that's the area over by the sort of near just east of the golf course, that sort of area. So I'm on the wrong side of the highway at the moment, but it's not a problem. I can drive over there. It's what this game's all about. So if you're new to the channel, this is Manhunt Checkpoint, which means we have myself as the prey trying to drive around the city and collect checkpoints, and there are a team of hunters, one of whom appears to have spotted me, so I'm just going to run away from him, or at least try to. Yeah, there's a team of the hunters, about 5 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 hunters trying to find me and stop me from taking said checkpoint. And they will do that. If I manage to take all 5 checkpoints as they're given to me, then I win the game. If they manage to kill me, typically by shooting me, then they win the game. Fairly simple. Nice simple rules. So I'm now being chased, and that means I need to try and escape because I don't really like taking checkpoints when I'm in a chase. It feels slightly wrong and cheaty and just not the way I like to play the game. So there's another hunter. Let's try and drive around him. He looks to be in a fairly classic, in inverted commas, muscle car, which probably means it's not very good. Tristan, on the other hand, is in something much faster than mine because he caught up with me very, very quickly and suddenly then. Whoa! That was an unexpected. It seems to have taken both of us by surprise in much the same way, so I'll go with that and then carry on fleeing. He's about to block behind me. Is he catching? He's probably catching up based on what I just said about his car probably being faster than mine. So I'm going to drop onto the highway here like this, and also I'm going to turn off the circle that they're using to follow me. So that's going to mean they now don't have that extra bit of information as to where I am. However, because they're right behind me there, they've got that to help them. So it's not perfect. Oh, it's just like my driving, which is definitely not perfect. And you can tell when Tristan's nearby because suddenly the back of my car starts to glow purple in a rather suspicious and unfortunate way. What if I come around here and just take another corner like this? Is that going to help? No, he's still right there. As I said, I think he has a slightly faster car than me, which is not ideal. But maybe with a bit of luck I'll be able to evade him for long enough to be able to evade him and do something different, do something unexpected, and just get away. That's the hope. We shall find out if it actually happens. There's some alleyways in there, but I don't know I don't know them well enough to take them. Oh, didn't want to go down there, or maybe I did. I'm not quite sure. So yes, there's two of the hunters behind me. One of them right in front of me, who I did just about manage to dodge there. That was quite close. So well done for stopping in very nearly the right place. Let's do a sort of my signature U-turn. Ooh, maybe 3. That went kind of well. Okay, there's another one of them heading north there, right? So couldn't have done that better if I tried. I'm amazed I managed to flip the back of my truck over the top of his there. I say managed to. That implies there was any sort of deliberateness in there at all. It was sheer luck, obviously, but it worked really, really well. And that sort of turn on to dropping onto the highway here seems to have done me quite well. I seem to have... I'm not going to say I've lost them, no, because Max is still right behind me there. But it's going fairly well. I did wonder actually then if I should have just steered into that, into the wall there, and tried to use it to jump me off the highway, because you can do that sometimes. And if you do manage to bump yourself off the highway in a place like that, it's really hard for the hunters to follow you. So that's actually a really good trick if you can pull it off. It's a bit, whether you can pull it off is granted is a very, very big if. Oh, they're miles behind. Can I? No, otherwise. But if you just ram into the wall like that, then it just slows you down enormously. And so I've lost a lot of speed. Yes, Tristan is now ahead of me, which is not how you chase. Silly Tristan. Dodge mark there quite neatly. I'm just going to keep bombing around the city like this, and in the hope that at some point, whoa, big slidey moment, and take that streetlight out. Now, if they see the streetlights falling over, then they're probably going to guess that that means I'm around, which isn't ideal. But, oh, I think it looks fairly quiet behind me. Maybe I've lost them. No, I haven't. There's at least 2 of them here. Oh no, I've Austin Powers it. No, 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 no. Ah, he got me. Took him a while, but he got me. Ah, that was a fun chase there. How do I get back into Discord? Where's Discord? There's Discord. That was quite a fun chase. It was a bit ridiculous in places, but it was good fun.
Yeah.
My favourite part was when I got hit and managed to flip, or I say managed to, the back of my truck flipped just over the top of Max's.
Yeah, my favorite part is where Tristan stopped me in my truck.
You mean
Right,
when you
something
slammed
like
on your brakes right in front of me?
You had
Brake
like
check.
3 or 4 seconds. Okay,
Nothing
maybe
like that, though.
1 or 2.
Let's do the same again. And Laurence,
Yeah.
I challenge you to take a train.
Thing is, you can get into a train, but you can't drive a train.
So it wouldn't count.
Train technically is a class of vehicle. But
It would be
Yeah.
very funny if I did manage to drive a train and you guys just suddenly all end up in trains.
So okay, so I have experience. If you're actually spawning into a train cab or anything else like trailer, you're unable to move them. Then they'll not be on tracks. And if you're actually in a train that's on tracks, it will go by its own, so you'll still not be able to control it.
Yeah,
And
so
even the subway.
yeah, that's sort of
Yeah.
the point. You can get into them, but you can't drive them, so it wouldn't count for this, presumably. Actually, I don't like this character model. It's a bit
I think you can only get on them on foot. I don't think you can get in them. Even the
Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm
subway
saying.
one.
However, a good point has been raised. We've not had any challenges yet, so speak up, YouTube chat.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, YouTube. If you want
Give
to
Laurence some challenges for his next
or
run.
Twitch, if you want to give me, if you want to set me challenges and things to try and do, then let me know. If they're not completely ridiculous, then I will try and do them. In fact, if they are completely ridiculous, I'll probably still try and do them. But I don't know. I can't promise how well it'll go. But it's fun to get some interesting suggestions and things.
Compared to last time you did like 4 or 5 challenges at the same time.
Yeah.
I would say choose one, and then do it, and then the next until you complete it. Like you choose the next after you complete it.
Yeah, maybe that makes
A little
sense.
more time.
Do we want the hunters to know what the challenge is?
That doesn't work without someone being around to.
I can keep an eye on chat. I've got my Discord covering the video, so I can see chat.
That probably doesn't
Also
really
you.
work because of there's not the right amount of knowledge.
Fair enough.
So you don't know if he's actually doing it.
True.
Trust me, you could read out the challenges that have been set, but it's a bit who knows.
It's on delayed blip this time, by the way.
Okay, so is that the 400-meter thing?
Yeah.
I like my sport.
Okay, well, Oh, we're going. Well, hello everyone, welcome to Laurence Plays Manhunt Checkpoint, where as ever I'm playing the prey, so there is me driving around the city trying to take the checkpoints. There will be 5 of them. If I manage to take all 5 checkpoints, then I win the game, and the first one is at Mad Wayne Thunder Drive and Rockford Hills. I have a vague idea where Rockford Hills is, but I've never heard of Mad Wayne Thunder Drive before, so I guess we'll see how how finding that one goes. And we are playing. Ooh, okay, we are playing a mode where whenever I change vehicles, everybody gets put into a random vehicle of that class, including me. So I picked up a reasonably normal SUV, and it turned it into a Sand King for me, which is a bit of a kind of sticks out in the city, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll gloss over that for now, and because I've just been set a challenge from chat to take a checkpoint on a bike. So that means I need to find a bike, but there tend to be quite a lot in the Vinewood area. So we'll head over there in my Sand King and try not to run any bikers over, I suppose. But try and find a bike to take and go and see what sort of checkpoints I can get from that. Now I can see one advantage of using a bike being that we don't know the bikes as well. So if I get given something that's not part of a normal spawn set, it won't be quite as obvious as it is when I'm driving a Sand King around, because the Sand King is genuinely ridiculous. Oh, there's a bike. I need your something clothes, boots, motorcycle, that sort of thing. Right, let's take the bike. Give me a bike. What sort of bike am I going to get? I'm going to get a... I have no idea what that is, but okay, it is a bike. I've upset somebody, but never mind. Okay, Zeno, your challenge is underway. Now I need to get to the checkpoint and actually manage to take it. So Rockford Hills is sort of over. It's again like I was saying with an earlier checkpoint. That'll be one of the hunters. Uh-oh, bad feelings about this. He's spotted me, probably because I'm not wearing a helmet. This makes me rather obvious, unfortunately. So it makes it kind of it makes it rather obvious which player is me. Because I'm not able to wear a helmet, but also because he's now Max has now seen my character model. This could be dangerous for the future, especially as I'm wearing a fairly obvious outfit. I seem to have left him quite a long way behind though, so clearly I have the faster bike. So let's go, boop, checkpoint. Turn round because I'm an idiot. And go over this way. Yeah, he's still behind. He's still chasing me though. Now, if my bike is actually faster than his, hopefully I'll be able to use that to my advantage and escape with it. Now, the problem with bikes is they're very, very high risk, high reward, because in GTA, bikes are ludicrously fast and have ridiculous levels of grip. They're kind of unrealistic in that way. But you're kind of vulnerable when you're using them because that, basically. Not to put too fine a point on it. Get on the bike, get on the bike. Get out of here before he shoots me. That was an astonishing level of fail. I can't believe I got away with that. However, I did, and there's another check. I'm not going to get that checkpoint in the same chase. I'm going to make sure I get out of this chase before I go for another checkpoint. Let's go in here. Ooh, I appear to have a bike that has turbo boost capabilities. I also appear to be incapable of driving without hitting anything. And being incapable of driving without hitting anything is one thing when you're in a car, but when you're on a bike, it's problematic. So, yes. Okay. I think I might keep this bike since it turns out it has secret superpowers. So that means I can now come around here, and now I've lost the chase, so I can go boop and take a second checkpoint. This is going quickly. And it's turned me round. Hopefully that's going to splatted a hunt. No, it doesn't seem to kill any of the hunters. I was hoping getting suddenly randomly turned round like that would be a little bit fatal for them. Now I can't hide on this bike, so really all I can do is bomb around at max through. Or, well, I suppose I could drive slowly, and then as soon as I see a hunter, I can just put my foot down, whatever, twist the throttle, get out of there, because yeah, I can't be subtle because I'm bright purple coloured. And so the hunters know what I look like, and I'm really, really obvious. But as discussed earlier, this bike does have a superpower, and that's rather nice, and I kind of want to use it a bit more. I want to use it at least once before the session ends, but I'm not going to. I'm going to switch vehicles, because whilst it was a great bike, I've got a radius. Of all the random SUVs I could be given, it's given me a radius. Oh no. Hello, Mark. Right, okay. I have to admit, I didn't really pull up at that junction particularly tidily. So it's not too surprising that he spotted me. But it is a shame. It means we're now going to have a bit of a chase. And I don't know. Let's go sort of towards Mirror Park, because that's always a good idea. In fact, what I could perhaps do, because I don't really want to be going this way, if I whip round in a circle inside Mirror Park and then head back out again. Ooh, there's some big slides going on there. Like this. Is he still with me? He's not. Oh, he's kind of still with me. If I head around, hug this side of the road a little bit, maybe I can then make this turn. Whoa, that wasn't quite how I meant to make the turn, but it might work. You know what they say, if it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid, you just got lucky. But that seems to have lost him quite nicely. Yeah, I think that trick might actually have worked. That's amazing. I do need a new car though, so but let's go back this way. Yes, that seems to have worked. Awesome, I can't believe it did. So, yes, I very much need a new car now because they've seen this one. I could take that Panto. I could take that Panto. Let's take a Panto that's off the beaten track. Let's follow this one. Yeah, nobody's behind me. You, Panto, stop. Now, taking a Panto is normally suicidal, even in clone mode, because the hunters are bound to end up in better vehicles. However, I've now got a dilettante. That's not my first choice of vehicle, put it that way. But I think I might be able to use it to good effect. We shall see. It's very quiet after some of the other vehicles I've been driving. I don't know. Do we like the dilettante? What do you think? Do you have any more challenges for me? That's the other question. Okay, so we've got red lights, so I can hang around here for a moment or two. I'm going. There's some shooting happening up there, and that's away from me, so I'm okay with that. They can carry on shooting random people who aren't me. I don't mind. It keeps me safe, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, the dilettante it's not a good car, but all of the hunters are also going to be in compacts. The problem is there are one or two compacts that are, I think, they're meant to be racing vehicles. And they're actually quite good. This is not one of them. So I may well find some hunters in significantly better cars than me. That Oracle's going a bit quick, but it can't be a hunter because it's not a compact. It must just be an AI having a bit of a moment. So I'm going to keep going in a straight line along here. There's my there's my Sand King from earlier. But the other nice thing about this game mode, actually, that hadn't really occurred to me, is that if I nick a vehicle, it gets turned into a different one, and that means it gets automatically repaired. And so, stereo off. Not that it matters, because if they see me, they'll recognise me. My character model. Yeah, so it gets automatically repaired. So if I smash a window in order to get a parked car, it'll still be in good. The car will get automatic. It will be a fixed up version of it when I start using it. Oh, I should have stayed in this lane. Never mind. Bit bad lane discipline there. Never hurt anyone, right? As long as there's no hunters looking. Okay, so Marlow Drive and Batra. Batra? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's somewhere up in the hills. So we're going to be going up into the hills, and that's always fun. always an interesting route to go. So we'll come up here. When the light goes green, oh, there's a mini, a slightly floaty mini, but he's driven straight past me without noticing me, so that's good. It does show, though, that the hunters are in the area, and that's because, as I say, they've got the circle blob on the map that shows them to within a few hundred meters, roughly where I am, and I'm always guaranteed to be in the circle because if I ever leave it, it'll jump so that I'm back in it again, and that means they've always got a bit of an idea where I am, which means they're not trying to hunt me down through the entire city, because with only 5 hunters, that's not practical. Sometimes I think it would be nice if there was a better way of making it so the hunters had to search a larger area and I could sneak away in different ways. But also, it's what we've got to play with. It works quite nicely, and I can turn the circle off when we're actually in a chase, because that's at that point the hunters don't need to know where I am. Because if they can't see me, then they've lost me in the chase. So that's their loss. Ooh. Yeah, I just about made that corner without hitting the van. Good. Now, I think I'm going to have to turn right here and head up into the hills because this is a long way up into the hills. Actually, this is going to be an interesting drive up there to get this. Now, it's not as bad as it was in the past. So in the past, we had the system where the game would pick from a list of known checkpoints. So it would have if the hunters saw me driving up into the hills, they'd know exactly where I was going because there was one checkpoint up in the hills. If they saw me driving into the airport, they'd know where I was going. Max has just shot Mark, thinking it was me, apparently. Yeah, if I go up into the hills, they would know where I was going because there's only one checkpoint up there. But now we've got an infinite number of checkpoints. The checkpoint could be absolutely anywhere, and so they don't know. They'll know that I'm in the hills, sure, but they don't know where I'm going. And the hills is an interesting and tricky place to chase somebody around in because the driving is harder because the roads are narrow and there's lots of walls and very little runoff, and also the walls help hinder the visibility, so it makes it much harder to spot people. I am in a massive queue of cars here, which is problematic, because the hunters know that a big queue of cars like that is a classic sign that there's a player in the vicinity. And they know that I'm in a compact, so there was only one compact in that entire queue. So if they'd pulled up next to that queue, they'd know exactly which car was me. So I'm kind of glad they didn't. Right, up and away into the hills. It's all the way up there. Blimey. This is going to. Okay, I mean, I'm nearly there, but this is a long way up. I think this is the furthest out of the city I've ever had a checkpoint. Now, I mean, to be fair, we've only been playing with these. A Wasno Majesta. We've only been playing with these rules for this session. Technically last session, but last session I was very, very tired, and I gave up on driving after about 2 runs because I just couldn't do it. I was playing so badly, it just wasn't worth it. Yeah, so this is the first time we played with this, but this is a long way outside the city compared to other checkpoints I've taken. Right, so we stop in the checkpoint, boop the checkpoint, and carry on. Marlow Drive and Batra. I still don't know what a Batra is, but apparently it's this road, one of these roads up here. I could take the push bike. That'd be funny. Terrible idea. No, this is a bad way to go because this isn't a public road. So if they see me on here, they'll be very suspicious. Also, this is blooming useless because all it does is follow around the top of the reservoir. Why am I even on this road? What are you doing, Laurence? This is ooh. Oh, I was hoping there'd be a jet ski down there because in vehicle clone mode, changing to a boat is just inherently funny because suddenly all the hunters are put into boats and they just go, oh well, now I'm in a boat and I can't do anything. Well, I think that's funny. I think the hunters think it's funny as well. Oh, there's a jet ski. I mean, it's a stupid place to be using a jet ski down here. But if I do, ooh, here we go. Okay, I have an amusing idea. If I go down here like this, I can't. The problem is I can't go anywhere with the jet skis from here, and they'll know that. But if I get on this jet ski like this, on the jet ski, there we go. I get a much nicer boat. So congratulations to whoever owned the jet ski. You've had a bit of an upgrade. Jump, or just drop in the water, sure, whatever. Right, so from here, there's a staircase up there, so I'm going to go up there, just because, mostly because I think it's funny leaving the hunters without any vehicles that they can use. So at the moment, am I being shot at? Upstairs quicker, please. Please. Yes, I am being shot at. Damn it! I thought I was, but I didn't see what else I could realistically do from there. So when I got onto the jet ski, they knew I was in the reservoir. All right, that was a dumb idea. Oh well.
Like,
Okay, that was a dumb idea.
that was unfortunate.
Yeah, taking a boat where you can't take the boat somewhere.
Yeah, but I thought it'd be
is-
funny to get you guys stuck in boats while I ran off and then tried to for sort of 5 minutes while I ran off and got a car from somewhere else. But you were a bit closer than I was hoping, and I was a bit too.
I had visual
visible.
range on you. Yeah, I was on the side
Yeah,
road somewhere. I could
I'm
see
on
the
the
dock in the
stairs.
car.
I'm on the stage where you died.
Alas, oh well, it seemed like a funny idea at the time, but
It was a funny idea, of course.
and, yeah, dropping you guys in boats is always funny. So, all right, I did do the first challenge. And the first challenge I was set was get a checkpoint on a bike. So I did. I actually did it twice. Got 2 checkpoints on the bike.
That explains why
Go
you're on a
off.
bike. I was saying, this is weird for him.
Yeah, it made me a bit too visible visible as to my character model. It occurred to me, but yeah.
We have lost Mark, who's, I assume, his connection has died or something, which is unusual.
Vehicles is still boats, so we're kind of like stuck on dry ground.
I was about to say, I'm looking for Cornelius
Oh
now to
yeah,
see
I
if
haven't got
can-
in another vehicle yet, so you're all still boaty, aren't you?
Yes.
There is this. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'll.
It doesn't really matter currently.
It doesn't really matter. I have been issued with another challenge though, so well, I know what I'm going to be doing in my next run, and I think it's kind of a run that's going to. Well, it's kind of a challenge that I feel like I don't know. What do you think, chat? Because the other guys aren't looking at chat at the moment, so they don't know. But what do you think? Do you think that should be a challenge that lasts for the entire run or just for the first checkpoint? Because most of the time, I think I'll take a challenge to be either if it's an instantaneous one, like I don't know, drive backwards for 30 seconds or something, then I'll do it instantly. But if it's a sort of
You can't really drive backwards for 30 seconds until you take a checkpoint.
yeah, quite. Or if they said drive backwards, then I'd do it for a short period of time or something like that. Where what was I saying? Yeah, or if it's something like use a bike, then I'll consider that to be for a checkpoint. And then once I've taken a checkpoint, I can stop doing it. But the
I
challenge.
would say for a chase would also count as having used a bike.
All right.
Something like that.
Yeah. So any challenge that's set that's something like use a bike will count from now on until I've got into and out of a chase or until I take a checkpoint. And I might in the case of the bike, I might stick with it because it was the bike had a turbo boost feature I discovered just after I got out of the chase, which was quite disappointing. I was tempted to hang on to it.
Was it one of the flying bikes? Did you have the wings on it as well?
No, it wasn't a flying
Little
one.
wings.
It just had some sort of turbo function.
Yeah, but there is one with little wings on
there's
it.
gotta be a
the
difference
Mark
bet-
1.
I think it's the Mark 1, yeah, because it has...
Yeah, the Oppressor Mark 1 has a boost.
Okay, it's
I was
possible.
gonna say,
It's
I think the only vehicle with boost, so if you press, I think A,
Lawrence, head
you
over
would
to
have had
Square
wings, it would
Square.
be able to just fly away. But that would be so overpowered if we get
I
it.
would, but I'm upside down.
I think there's a slight difference in challenges between use a bike and take a checkpoint in a bike.
Yes, but I think a challenge that is something like that is the sort of the do a thing in that sort of context. I feel that until
Stay
you've
here,
taken a
Lawrence.
checkpoint or been in a chase is an appropriate amount of time. Okay, I'm heading up
Well,
to squares.
My point
stay
being
here.
that use a
Come back.
bike can be until you take a checkpoint or in a chase. Take a checkpoint in a bike. If you're in a chase, you still haven't taken a checkpoint, so you haven't satisfied that challenge. That's a harder one because it means you're going to have to get a bike again.
I see.
So I think those are two separate challenges, one significantly harder than the other.
Was it that?
I have no idea. I don't think so. I will forget on it. It'll change, won't it? Oh, it didn't.
We
Yes,
can,
it did.
we
Hang
can
on.
watch,
There you go.
can watch it on the stream.
True, you could look back at the stream. No, I don't remember the flame on. No, it didn't. It didn't have. No, it certainly didn't have the flame effect when you boost. And I don't believe it had weapons. I don't believe it had guns. I didn't
But
notice.
this is going to be interesting also, by the way, making the vehicle cards for it.
That's true. Yeah, I might not be able to do that.
I could do it for you if you want. I have that InDesign thing, so I can just pop it.
Yeah, but no, it's not that. That part is easy. It's the finding the stats of the vehicles that might be harder.
The info is just in the website.
They're all standard vehicles.
Okay, yeah, it might be alright then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd have noticed the crosshair pop up. Well, it's not a crosshair, it's a blob, but yeah. So
Yeah,
it wasn't
pretty
this one. It was a different one with him.
Cornelius, can you come back to where you were? Oh, you're here. Follow me. Please. Yeah. Look. Follow me.
I'm so bad at aiming.
Oh, I'm unable to.
That's-
I can fit.
Oh, you-
Hey.
oh, Splat's dead. This is why I don't like bikes generally.
Cornelius,
No, no.
right there.
Was that a normal bike splat or a
Yeah.
You were
On the
flying.
left.
so
No,
you
Yeah,
I
weren't
was just
flying.
I was
Right,
playing with the
right,
guns, not the
right.
boost.
Ah,
Okay, shall we?
Yes.
I should probably land before I get rid of all the vehicles.
Eh,
That's happened to me oh so many times.
landing is overrated.
Yeah.
I feel half of it probably intentional, Tristan.
Time for that eye transplant, kiddo.
Yeah, the lack of warning is. If I thought about it, would probably
Oh,
be intentional.
I had,
but-
I had a question, by the way, for you, Laurence.
Mm?
Were you damaged when you took the boat? Were you already hurt? Because I one-shot you with sniper.
I don't
think my
think so.
previous shots missed.
Yeah, your first.
I
I
wanted
did
to
notice
win
the
the
first
body
shot. And I was going
somewhere.
and running around like a loon trying to get away from it, but there wasn't really anywhere I could go.
No, you were in though. But you were not hit. Like otherwise, I think sniper is too powerful.
Oh yeah, I mean, yes, I think I've been saying for a while. I think we should probably give the prey a bit more health.
You have armor.
Okay, but it seems.
But a headshot from a sniper rifle round. Maybe
It wasn't a
more than you could take.
headshot. It was a hit.
It's
somewhere.
body armor. Your head is not body.
Still works for. Yeah, whatever. But no, I think it was a hip shot, one shot. Maybe I hit you before that.
It's
Could be,
possible.
because
I did notice. I did
think
notice the
3
shot
times
happen.
I was about to say I shot you 3 times, and 1 time was close. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch that back and tweak it up maybe. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Alright, hello, welcome to Laurence Plays, and it's time for small manhunt checkpoint, and we've got the vehicle cloning, genre clone mode on again, which means that whenever I take a vehicle, everybody gets put into a random vehicle from that class. The problem with this is that I end up sometimes in vehicles like this one, which are definitely not natural spawning vehicles, so this could be problematic. So I think I'm going to need to change this. Let's come over here and try stealing this one and see what happens. Come here, steal this vehicle, see what happens. See what happens to this one. Because I think most of the sedans. That's not a natural spawn. It's got a gun. It's got a gun on the top of it. Let's take this one instead. Stop beating me up. Hey, you punched a hole in my window. Cheeky sod. Right. So yes, this is Manhunt Checkpoint. That means we are playing a game mode where I have to drive around the city. I have to try and take the 5 checkpoints that will be given to me one at a time. There are some hunters driving around the city as well, and they are going to be trying to kill me. I am taking suggestions from chat, and my first challenge is to not use the highway. So, firstly I need to get over to Del Perro, that's the pier area, and I need to do this without using the highway. The next checkpoint is going to be and the next challenge is to take the checkpoint by going backwards into it. So that's the first checkpoint I shall try and take without going on the highway at all. Second one I have to take by going backwards. So leave your suggestions if you've got any more of them. At the moment I'm just going to sit here very patiently, waiting for these lights to go green. And what's that? Is that a Sultan in front of me? I think it is. It's kind of hard to tell from here. I think it's a Sultan. Because my thought was, if I see another sedan, I can change into it without my car magically turning, without my car being randomised. I'm driving away from the checkpoint now. Let's try this lane here. Straighten the car up a bit. There we go. Okay, so I'll head over. No, yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'm going, to be honest. I'm pretty sure Del Perro is the pier. So this must be in the pier area of the pier. I suppose while the lights are red, I can have a look at the map, can't I? No, map. Yeah, oh, it's right way over there. Okay, that's blooming miles away. I am in completely the wrong lane for that. I don't want to go this way at all. But I'm sort of in the lane for it, so I kind of have to. There don't seem to be any hunters around though, so I've got that going for me, which is nice, as they say. Let's go down here. I'm taking the smaller roads, not entirely deliberately. It sort of happened, but I'm quite happy that I am. I think taking smaller roads is probably a good idea. There's a hunter. Drove around me, which is much appreciated. I didn't blink as he was approaching me, so he dodged me because he didn't want to crash either. So that's nice. I appreciate that. I think the best way to get over to Del Perro is probably to go up. Well, the best way is to jump onto the highway over there, but I'm not allowed to do that. So the best way is probably going to be just to follow. I was going to say, actually, maybe going to the left here and following the road around the bottom there would have been better. But those are some fairly large roads. They're not highway, but they're the next best thing. So instead, I'm going to carry on following this one. Going to head up through here. Yeah, if I turn left and then right and then left again, that'll bring me up into downtown. I think that's probably quite a good way to go because it'll allow me to sort of wiggle through the city on the smaller roads, and then from there it's going to be quite a long drive over to Del Perro, but it shouldn't be too bad. It depends on how nice the traffic lights are, to me, to be honest. As one of the big advantages of getting onto the highway and taking the big roads is that there aren't any traffic lights on them, whereas the small roads like this one, you have to stop every so often. There's Tristan going through in the big purple armored and armed Karuma, I think that one is, just wrecking everything. That's another hunter, I suspect, by the amount of damage that's happened to the car. I hope he's not calling for reinforcements. Or is it? I don't know. It came in rather quickly. It's a bit smashed up. All of these things make me think hunter, but also it's stopped there. They're not doing anything suspicious, and there's no underglow. So maybe it's not a hunter. It's also not following me. So even if it was a hunter, they apparently aren't suspicious. So yeah, that seems to be okay, actually. Alright, we'll not worry too much about that one then. I do still have the smashed window, which is unfortunate. But I mean, that was the guy punching it as I stole the car, which is, I mean, who punches a car window, honestly? What's that all about? Try and take the approved AI line through a junction, which is a very weird line, but they all seem to do it, so I guess I should as well, because I want to try and blend in. Bit of a lane change here, and then we'll get over to the left, because I need to head quite a long way west from here, because the next checkpoint is going to be a bit further over there. This is a bit slow. All right, tell you what. You know what? Since this is taking a long time and it seems to be fairly safe, I'll do some running of red lights, because that's a bit easier, probably reasonably safe. And here, this is America, so I'm allowed to turn right on a red light. As Clarkson said, it's their one contribution to motoring. To be honest, I do use highways a bit during chases. It's true. They tend to be a good way of getting it, making some distance fairly quickly. They're not good for escaping, but they're good for sort of changing up what part of the city you're in, and hopefully, and giving that, and forcing the hunters to sort of to remobilize and get somewhere else a little bit. So they have that advantage, but they're not actually all that good for actually escaping from a chase, because they tend to be very much, this road goes to one place and you can't avoid, and you, once you're on it, you can't really do anything else. You are stuck on that road. So what is that Mustang doing? For goodness sake. There's so much bad driving from the AI. I mean, I guess it's realistic, but still, it's quite frustrating. Oh, apparently something gave me away. I wouldn't like to say what, but Max has come along and started investigating me, which I don't know. I wish you wouldn't do that. Maybe it was the red light I ran earlier, and then suddenly there's a Pete as well. All right, we're going to be chasing now, so I'm still not allowed to use the highways, and I shall try very hard not to. Occasionally, I shall try very hard not to do a sort of instinctive dive onto a highway at a point where it seems like a good idea, just because it's there and I've been dodging and taking corners and things. I shall try very hard not to do that. Now I'm actually driving away from the highway now, so that should make it a bit easier to not accidentally, in inverted commas, take it. So yes, and this is also taking me towards the checkpoint, which is convenient. There's an alleyway along here, but I'm going too fast for it. This is the thing. I'm aware that diving into alleyways like this is an extremely effective way to lose the hunters, but usually when I think of it, I'm going a bit too fast. So I'm going to sneak out here and then rejoin traffic like this. I think I'm away from them. Now I would like to switch into another sedan. Is that a sedan or is it? Yes, that's a sedan in front of... Oh, excellent. That's a shafter. I really like the shafter because it's a sedan, but it's a really quick one. And if I jump out of one sedan into another, then we won't get the they won't get the car change, so they won't realise that I've changed cars. And also, I'm in a really good sedan. Right, so that's definitely that was definitely a very, very worthwhile move, because they hopefully, they think I'm still fleeing, and therefore they still think I'm in that Premier or Primo or whatever it was I was using. Yes, yeah, doing, yeah, using an alleyway the way I did then when I was already slowed down because I'd gone around that other corner. That I think is a very, very good way to use them. There's no red lights here. It does say yield. Oh, the lights have gone red, so it's probably the right time to pull out as well. Yeah, so what I did then I think is the perfect way to use an alley. The problem is you need to know that there's an alleyway there, otherwise you'll probably just end up smacking straight into the wall, and that's obviously not a good thing to do. So yeah, the problem is you need to know the city very, very well for a lot of the sort of the best tactics to work, and I have to admit, I don't actually know the city as well as I might. I know where all the areas are. I know the big roads between them. But you can't drop me in a random area and have me and I'll say yes, there's an alleyway just round that corner. It allows you to get away in such and such a way. I don't know anything like that well. I think Max does, but I certainly don't. I have a few ideas of a few of them, and if I see an alleyway, then sometimes I'll use it. In fact, if I see an alleyway, I'll often try and use it. But I don't know it well enough to go, okay, I'm approaching an alleyway. If I duke round here like this, then I'll get it. Okay, I've just noticed where that checkpoint is. It's on the off ramp from the highway. So I'm actually going to have to take the highway to get this one. I'm sorry, but the checkpoint is on the highway, so I literally can't take that one without using the highway. Yeah, that's all I can say is yes. I'm gonna have to use the highway to get it, because it is on the highway. So down here at the bottom of here, I will turn left. I'll use the highway as little as I possibly can. So at the bottom of here, I can turn left. That'll drop me onto the highway. I'll drive along the highway, and then it's on the off ramp from the the slip road off the highway at the just before it goes into the tunnel, where you go down towards the pier. So I'll grab it there, and that'll work quite nicely. Whoop! Don't know what that Emperor is doing in front of me. I don't think it knows what it's doing either. So okay, we appear to have a green light. Nope, I have no idea what that car's doing, but it's gone somewhere else. So now that is not my problem. So there we go. There's the checkpoint just ahead of me on the exit from the slip road off. Yeah, that is before the road to the car the road to the car park. So I literally could not have got this legally, at least, without doing that little bit of highway run there. So I don't feel too bad about that. Oh, and Tristan has shot Cornelius. Well done there. So, stop in the checkpoint, take the checkpoint, and we can go again. Whoop. Oh, for goodness sake. It's one of the gravity shenanigan checkpoint effects. I mean, on the plus side, I'm about as safe as I get doing this. The hunters are probably not going to be able to shoot me. On the minus side, oh dear, land the right way up, please. Not on the building, not on the building. On the building. Oh, I liked this car. Grr. Not happy. I liked this car. It was a good one. Also, I'm stuck in a car park. Please be a way out from here somewhere. There we go. Right. That's really upsetting. As I say, I liked this car. It was a good one. What are you? You're another Premier. Okay, so I can do another. Oh dear, it's a Pete. It's a Pete. Ah, it's a Pete. It's a Pete. Do not want. This was not the Premier I thought it was. I seem to have got something a little bit more sporty and rorty, so that's good news. Right, in the interests of not using the highway, let's head down here, and I'll take the road at the end that just goes. I'll go nip across the highway and then upwards. Ooh. This is fairly clearly a sports car, I think. What is it anyway? It is a. Oh, it's a Karuma. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting, because I thought Tristan was in a Karuma, and it turned out to be a sedan, because he was put in the. I thought he was put in the armored Karuma when I was driving sedans, but apparently not. Yeah. So skedaddlio time, and I think I've lost Pete now. It does look like he's. I haven't seen him for a while, so I think I'm probably good. Whoop. Bay City Avenue and Cougar Avenue. Right. Okay. Ooh, is that a... That's a Schwarzer. You, stop. I want your car. So if I take this, this is... I think this is a Schwarzer. This is the sports car equivalent of the one I was in a moment ago. Just a little bit of running over the person's car just nicked, which is a little bit cheeky, but never mind. There's a lot of cars here. I don't appreciate this. There's also a lot of hunters here, which I also really don't appreciate. I say a lot of hunters. There's actually only one. Okay, we're doing a fleeing. I don't know whether Mark identified me or not then. I did drive onto the wrong side of the road, which is not what panicking AIs normally do. But I don't know whether how sure of the rules he is, because I'm not 100% sure. But if I loop down here and then go back to driving normally, is my car seems to be unscathed, so I might now be able to pretend to just be an innocent AI. Hopefully he's not going to say Grey Schwarzer to everyone. We'll see how that goes. Okay, you should have no lane discipline. Whew! I thought I was convinced Max had spotted me then, but no, he drove off. He drove off. So he drove past me without stopping and investigating. And actually, I very nearly just stamped on the accelerator then when he pulled up next to me because I thought, oh no, he spotted me. But apparently not. He just carried on. So yeah, happy with that. I'm also going in the wrong direction. Okay, now he's investigating me a bit too closely. I'm not hanging around for that. Interesting. I don't know why he sort of skipped me the first time and then came after me the second. I mean, he did rab into me, and I perhaps didn't react. I'm never quite sure how an AI car reacts when it gets rammed. There's funny shenanigans always seem to happen there. And I was driving a natural spawn as well, so he shouldn't have been suspicious, but apparently he was. Okay, so where am I? That's Del Perro again. Let's see if I can do the 180, the 90 degrees, and then another 90 degrees. You see, there's no convenient alleyways there, so I have to do my 180 degrees like this, and that brings me back up towards this row. There's an alleyway. Well, I'll take this one. And this might be too narrow. Scrape the side, scrape the paint off the car, and then oop. Yeah, he followed me doing that. That's probably because I slowed down too much looking for the first alleyway that didn't exist, and so he was able to catch up with me and be close behind me. So you see, this is why I tend to be a little bit cautious of taking alleyways, because I don't know them, whereas Max tends to. Oh, ha! I confused him with my uncertainty there, and he went into a wall. So that's good. Maybe I can use that to get me away. I'm optimistic about that one. Go around here. So the nice thing about this sort of area, downtown, is there are some reasonably big roads that aren't highways. So you can take a corner at a speed like that without breaking the no highways rule that I seem to have at the moment. Are there any cars in the car park? There are no cars in the car park. Why are there no cars in the car park? That's very unhelpful. What's the point of a car park without any cars? I mean, honestly. Now, I'd like to steal another sports car, because that way, if I go from one sports car to another, we don't get the random change thing happening. And that's good for me, because it means that I end up driving a naturally spawning car that doesn't look out of place in the city. So the hunters will look at it and go, okay, yeah, that's just a Schwarzer. In the case of this one, obviously this one's obviously battered and beaten up, so this one doesn't count. But they'll see it and go, okay, now that's a natural spawn. We don't need to be suspicious of that one. Whereas if I steal a car of a different class, like this Oracle, then I'll get put in a random coupe in the case of that one. Now coupes, that's not so bad, because the coupe is a the coupes are all most of those are fairly normal. So I think the Oracle would actually probably, in hindsight, would probably have been a good one to nick. There we go. There's a rapid GT. That'll do. Let's take that. Uh-oh, there's a Tristan just ahead of me. He's probably seen me taking this car. Yes, he has. Ah, yeah. So that was not a good place to be doing a car swap, because it was on a main road, or at least on a fairly suitably major road, and more importantly, there was a Tristan right there. So, I mean, the road would have been absolutely fine if he hadn't been there, to be fair. But the changing vehicles on a big road is a thing I've learned is a bad idea, but it doesn't necessarily stop me doing it because I apparently don't learn lessons very well. Slow down a bit too much on that corner, but actually it seems to have worked quite well. Whoa, slide, straighten, yeah, it's better. Get the Rapid GT handles quite nicely actually. That's almost how I'd how I deal with a car sliding a little bit in real life, and it actually worked, which is quite nice. Okay, so my Rapid GT has been identified, but I'm also now miles away from where it was spotted. So maybe if I calm down a little bit, and at least pull another corner, like this. Whoop. I could change cars again. Oh no, he's still with me. Damn it. You see, this is the problem. You can look behind yourself and go, I think I've got away, and you can be very, very wrong, and then there's still a hunter there. Oh, I didn't take that one fast enough. Ooh, there's Max coming up the other way. So they've learned. They now know. They know that I know about this alleyway. So even if I take it, there's a chance that the hunters will still be behind me when I come, or will be looking in that area. And I haven't turned the circle off, so they've got an idea of roughly where I am. Maybe I should have turned the circle off by now, to be honest. That'd be potentially be a good idea. I think I'm away. Let's try and find an off-the-beaten-track road and a sports car. Actually, it doesn't even have to be a sports car. Sports cars are nice because if I change into a sports car, they don't know that they don't necessarily know that I've changed. Yeah, they still do. There's a Sultan there. Give me the Sultan.
What's that?
So I'm very tactically sticking with sports cars. I don't know if this is wise. Boop. What's that Futo doing? Yeah, sticking with sports cars. I don't know if this is because this way they don't get the car changes. They don't know for sure that I've changed vehicles. So I think I feel like it's a fairly tactical thing to do. However, I also want to be a little bit more imaginative. I am going to run this red light, but then I'll stop at this one. Yeah, I feel like perhaps I should be a little bit more imaginative and change to different classes just to get a bit of variety in there and have some different vehicles driving around. So okay, that's where that one is. Right, good. Yeah, as I say, I don't know the road names well enough to go, okay, it's such and such a road name, therefore I know exactly where that checkpoint's going to be. I'll turn right, no, not right, left here. I think I keep getting that wrong because turning in the UK, if you turn right, you swing across the oncoming traffic. Here, if you turn left, you swing across oncoming traffic. So it's sort of, opposite. And so I see the swinging across oncoming traffic and my brain thinks turning right, whereas actually it's obviously turning left because that's the actual direction it is. It's enough waiting. I did look behind me before I did that just to make sure there weren't. I'd make sure I couldn't see any hunters, and hopefully yes, I seem to have got away with it. All right, this is the correct road here for the run up to the next checkpoint. So if I just follow this one up here, this is the second one that's been over in the Del Perro area, but I guess that's how random works. There it is. And when the checkpoints are on relatively minor roads like this one, you can generally take them from either side of the road. It's quite easy. Oh, I'm supposed to be taking a checkpoint backwards, aren't I? I forgot about that. Have I taken a checkpoint where I completely forgot about it and should have done it? I can't remember. What's that car doing? It turned up with a big screech of tyres, which makes me think player. But it wasn't really in player colours, so it's following me. But it's following me in a relatively innocent way. It doesn't have bright colours, there's no underglow, and it doesn't have coloured headlights. So I don't think that is a player. I think it's just a car driving fairly obnoxiously. That, on the other hand... Panic! Panic like an AI. Which is a bit like walk like an Egyptian, but in a more terrified way. Mike is... look, somebody whose name begins with M is right behind me. It's Max in this particular case. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know what gave me away. If I didn't know better, I'd accuse him of stream sniping. I'm sure he isn't, but it's just... I don't know. Oh, I'm on the highway. I'm not supposed to be on the highway. Beach. Yeah, okay. So we're both on the beach. Tum. I don't know how well this is going to go. I'm being shot at from goodness knows where. Presumably somebody. What? Oh, for goodness sake! I suppose I was in a rather wide open area, but still.
Stay there for a moment.
That was a bit frustrating.
Yeah, do you want to know where I was compared to where you died?
You were on top of the. I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure
you
I
jumped
do.
off, did you? If you're saying it like
Blips
that.
are on now, if you want to see.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you didn't jump down. You were on top of backslash. Nice.
I was aiming for your tyres, to be fair.
Then you're a terrible, terrible shot. That was,
Yeah.
I don't know, that was, I found that one a bit frustrating because I kept getting spotted when, at least some of the times when I didn't think I've been doing anything particularly suspicious. Maybe it was just character model recognition or something, but I don't know.
I spotted you when you were changing car, so...
Yeah, that was fair enough. That's
Yeah, your character model, we figured out guy, striped clothes, striped shirt, hat. After I first found you, when you sped away from me a little bit, I was able to look in your car and see it.
Yeah, that was.
I figured out that it makes our life so much easier to know the character model.
It does because then you can,
I've been
you
focusing
can
on that
actually
a bit more.
identify the character.
Yeah.
Would like some way of obfuscating that a bit more.
Yeah, and the problem is it's the relatively limited number of characters. So there's probably about 20 at most in there, and you recognise them all now because they've all been used many times over. So.
I didn't recognize the ones that you used today, but
Okay.
it's more like, hey, a grey shirt with a grey undershirt, then we know what it is. Or in this case,
I think the other
black
thing
hat
is
and a striped shirt.
most of the character models are most of the models that I cycle through are fairly distinctive in some way or another, which is probably why they are the sort of the core AI models in the game or something. They're all sort of at least made to be relatively interesting. Whereas your average sort of the ones that just spawn around the city, I feel like they're a bit more generic, but I'm not sure whether that's really true or not.
No, the ones that spawn around the city are versions of each of a bunch of the ones
I
that
know
you can
they're
select.
versions of the ones I can spawn, or some of the ones I can spawn in as, yes, but there
But
feels
they can have something applied to them that makes them add sort of random features type thing, which you can't do to the one that you spawn as for some reason.
I know.
You know, I have been looking into that. I think I think you can copy an NPC's outfit and player model. Like you copy it from the ones around you. I think that's a thing, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Because I was looking at it, I think that's the way you circumvent it. And Laurence, the mode right now, we have the blip that exactly shows your speed.
Yeah,
And
that's
we have
true.
your car type. And if we have your character model, then and often a direction or place where you came from, then
it gives you a lot
I
of
don't find it too
information.
hard.
Yeah.
I don't find it too hard. We should, I think, do rainbow mode, or what do you call it? Yeah, rainbow mode. With snow and
No, I'm gonna stop now. I need to go and
just about to say it's a good time to call it.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
Max really wants snow.
Yeah, he does. But next
He
time,
had a car with snow on it.
I had snow.
He
I
said
had a
he was
car with
happy
snow.
with that.
maybe we'll record a Christmas special in December when it doesn't seem quite so ridiculous to be streaming a snowy what's the name? My character has started pointing and I've forgotten what it's B. Stop pointing. There we go. Right, so I'm
I
going
think
to
double press left stick.
Oh, that's probably why I started pointing. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop recording.
No, it's double press right stick. There we go. That's how I managed to start. Oh yeah, because I was pressing right stick to look behind me in order to see what character model I was changing into, and I think I just sort of fumbled it slightly and double pressed it. Right, so everyone who's watching, thank you very much for being here for the stream. I'm going to disappear now, but some of the at least there was one run in the middle of that was very good, so I think that's definitely going to be made into a video later. So I hope you'll see it again later, but it'll probably be quite a lot later because I've got quite a lot of backlog as well, and I might start trying to shift through some of the older ones so that the videos don't come up too quickly. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night to play, where we'll be playing Factorio with Space Exploration and Crastorio 2. That's the big stream on the channel, the most popular one, and for good reason too. So everyone loves that one. So please come along then. We'll see you for that, and then again on Wednesday for Dyson Sphere program and various videos too. So please make sure you're subscribed. I'm sure that the half dozen people or so who are watching are probably almost certainly already subscribed, because I think I recognise all the names have been popping up in chat. But thank you very much for watching, and yes, I shall see you next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.